What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? Oh boy. All right. So Mr. Z is gonna do a random minute late reviews. I need to change the title of this. I'll put random reviews. It's really minute late reviews. We need to start using our title more. Shout out to Andre 420. Um Shout out to Dre. Who else was it? Was another person who we came up with. It was me, it was Andre, and who else? Who actually said it? I can't remember. Oh, shout yourself out in the comments, right? And there's a couple of Mr. Z hasn't streamed in a few days. Yes, Mr. Z is alive. Z, you got a life outside of the internet? Not a lot, but yes, not much life, but yes, Z does have a life off of YouTube and off of social media and off of the internet. Believe it or not, I know, shocker, I know, gasp. Clutches invisible pearls. Yes, right. Yes, Z does actually have a life off the internet. Not much of a life. Reckless streams. Because there's a lot of that going on. So we do have a life. It's not much of a life, but we do have a life off the internet. Yes, we do. And so how are we going to start this? Are we going to start this off with the funny? Are we going to start this off with a bit more sobering? Are we going to start? And I'm gonna start slipping in car stuff too. Not this stream, but I just actually thought about that because I wanted to do a car stream. And I was kind of considering where am I going to do that, but it's just a lot. So we're going to also be doing, finally, shout out to Chief Rocka, Mammy Two Shoes. We should be streaming that tomorrow, barring something catastrophic. It just is a coincidence that it's happening on July 4th. That wasn't actually planned. I actually started thinking about actually moving it to Saturday, but then Saturday is a little too up in the air. All of this is reckless streams, by the way. Don't put it in the comments. Don't put it in the comments. So we'll just end up doing that. Right. Passport OG, we working on it. Passport OG, we working on it. As a matter of fact, somebody just literally got on me about that today. And a supervisor of mine's got on me about that last week. So I guess I don't know, y'all must have all been in the meeting and been like, oh, listen, Z, what's going on with Z and Miss Z, So apparently y'all were all in the meeting, but that's funny. Now all of this has happened like in the past week or so. So so should be reviewing Mammy Two Shoes. Shout out to Chief Rocka tomorrow. So, barring anything crazy happens, there's a lot of stuff I want to go over. Yes, Mr. Z been keeping his ears to the streets. Yes, I know about the big, beautiful bill and some of the insanity in that. I have a whole leftist critique about that crap. Oh, boy. All right. Y'all said y'all want him to run the country like a business. All right. All right. Be careful what you wish for. So we'll be going through that. There's some stuff that I want to go through right now that's been on Angry Man's channel. So before we get to that, we're going to review one of the videos I posted on my channel. Was that a few days ago? So we're going to play this and then we'll speak about it. Shout out to Aggressive Yet Fragile. And here y'all go.
I don't want a man who's only going to judge me based on my size.
You just called him short. We don't want a woman that's only gonna base us based off our height. I'm the same way he doesn't qualify for you. With your figure, a lot of guys you won't qualify for.
Give me a second.
That's okay.
Do you want a hug? Okay, you guys are all just like really misogynistic.
How do you define misogyny? I'm just asking how you define misogyny.
Can I go?
Most attractive men you would ever see, I would turn them down immediately over like some mid white boy.
You've just made a categorization. So you said there's beautiful men and there's mid men. Why are you able to make an objective determination about someone's physical appearance, but you can't do that to yourself?
I will always consider myself a 10. I do what I want with the way I look.
But how can, if it's...
Bro, you can all down these specifics. You want me to say I'm a 9? I don't care what you say. I really don't care what you think about how I look.
That's fine.
Are you alright?
Well, it's kind of like stressful. You're putting me on a podcast to debate how I look, and I've already said.
Okay, so before we start commenting on the aggressive and passive aggressive yet fragile, shout out to Cyrus Burke, because that is absolutely hysterical. And Cyrus says, make an honest woman out of her, or we will shut down every Popeyes in a 50-mile radius. That's hysterical. Oh, that's a threat. Look, I take that personal. Oh, that's hysterical. That's funny. Not the look. You can't be threatening Popeye, sir. Like prison rules. We got you, Z. We know how to hurt you, Z. Cyrus, that was funny. That was funny. We got you. We got your number. We know what card to pull. Oh man, that's hysterical. All right. Oh no, moment of seriousness. That's hysterical. So aggressive, passive aggressive, yet fragile. So shout out to the young lady, the first young lady, the black young lady. She had an okay face. Okay, kind of cute face. Heavier set black woman. A nice chunk of black men would still pursue. Man, once again, that passive aggressive, which you're not gonna settle for, cool. And the second the brothers start, because I remember, yes, Mr. Z watched the whole thing. Yes, she had comments to make about the shorter brother. I think he's 5'7" or something like that. Yes, she had something to say about him, right, at his height. But the second the other brother gave her just put a little bit of pressure on her shoulders, right, and not even really, just telling her, yeah, you might not qualify for Negroes like me. She shattered. She collapsed. She broke, right? And like that's what we're saying. It's that simple. Women, in our case, black women, but women are mean and snarky and rude and dismissive and minimizing towards men. In the relationship, courting, dating, situationship world, this is how women operate. But yet they play victims of this cat and mouse game called dating and sex and intimacy and relationships and situationships and courting, and if you even court anymore. Ladies, you're in the mud with the rest of us. You're in the mud with the men, and you're slinging mud. But when it go left, when it doesn't work in your favor, when you got outboxed, then you want to run and play victim, and you want to run to the Steve Harveys or the Dave Ramseys, huh? Or the Jordan Petersons, huh? Or the Hafiz, huh? You want to run to those guys, or what's the Indian cat that's with Andrew Schultz again? I forgot his name. You want to run to those guys, those lames. You want to run to FD. You want to run to Foreign Man in a Foreign Land. You want to run to Alvin and Chipmunks. I'm talking about waving the red flags, you guys. Huh? You want to run to those guys. You want to run to Andrewism, and you want to run to those guys. Huh? Or you want to run to your LGBTQ homeboys. Huh? Men are nothing but walking wallets, overglorified guard dogs, and status symbols. But if it doesn't work in your favor, then you want to play victim of men. The men, they're not good people. Shout out to K. Michelle. Huh? That's why Mr. Z put the title for what it was. Aggressive yet fragile. That's the women. They could dish it out the second they hand over the box enthusiastically to 6'8" the Great, and 6'8" the Great just got them a rotation. He smashed a couple of times and ghost her ass, or she just lose out. Let's be clear. The brothers like 6'8" the Great, they let you know, hey, it's you and like 6 others. It's you and 4 others. It's you and 3 others. It's you and 7 and 10 and 12 others. And the second he decide, you know what, I'm gonna go with this one, and you're not this one. He played me. He lied to me. He did. No, he didn't. He told you he was dating. He told you he was dating multiple women. You put your bid in. You lost the competition. He played me. He did. No. You lost, ma'am. Yikes. Not the women who thought they were getting back at men saying, you know, I got my roster. I got my roster. Huh? Not the women who, my whole roster's acting up. My whole not the women who thought they were going, shout out to the women who thought they were going to outplay the men. No, ma'am, let's be very clear. You may possibly be playing the men that you're not really interested in. You are definitely not playing the men that you're interested in. The men you're interested in, all the other women are interested in. Shout out to the women who think we're dumb. They really think we're dumb, y'all. They think we're slow. Yeah, like yes, occasionally the lower head does way more than the upper head. Sometimes you thinking with the wrong head. True. But ladies, y'all really think y'all are smarter than y'all actually are. Y'all think y'all slicker than you actually are. We just be wanting to pipe. We see what you doing. Shout out to the lady. They think we're dumb. No, man, we just want to pipe. We're not dumb. They think we're slow, y'all. Oh, he don't see what I'm doing. Yes, ma'am, I see what you're doing. I just want to pipe. I'm going to ignore it. Huh? My whole roster, ma'am. Yawn. All this for their ego. Aggressive yet fragile. And the crazy thing is, it's not just the men they want. The men they put in the friend zone mess around and find a woman that actually likes him, and he goes over there with the woman that actually likes him, and the woman that put him in the friend zone still be feeling hurt. What? Wait, ma'am, you're not even attracted to him. You put him in the Buddy Rowe been in the friend zone for 2 years, ma'am. Huh? You had him in the friend zone for 2 years. He's been in the friend zone for 18 months. He's been in the friend zone for a year. Wait, just because some other chick, one woman's trash is another woman's treasure. Black community, anyone? Oops. Huh? Ma'am, you were not interested. You forgot? For all of us that were here when BGS and Chrissy were going back and forth about the brother off of Insecure. Huh? Issa Rae's boyfriend off of Insecure. Y'all remember how Chrissy was talking down, like Buddy Rowe was just, he's whatever. He ain't nothing special about him. 3 years later, 4 years later, black women find out he's married to, what's his name, Jay Ellis? Black women find out that he's married to a white woman. And they're, oh, see, they played us. Issa Rae knew. Why couldn't she pick somebody that was married to a black woman? He played us, and they hid the marriage, and they hid the engagement. Y'all just said 3 years ago, 4 years ago, that he was whatever. Huh? Y'all just told us that he was whatever. You forgot? Oh, you see what I forgot. Your ego. I forgot. You can't let black men know that these white girls want him. And if you mess around and ignore him and minimize him, there's a Latina that'll be like, I'll go. There's a white girl that'll be like, I'll go. Even some Asian women, I'll go. Oops. Huh? That's the East Asian women. Hey, as these South Asian women become more and more Americanized, I'll go. Huh? For all of us that was here, y'all remember Chrissy was minimizing Jay Ellis because she was in a debate with BGS. And when that whole thing came out about Jay Ellis, if I remember correctly, Chrissy didn't have much to say. I was waiting on her ass because by that time I had already started my channel. I was waiting for Chrissy to say something. I was going to light her ass up. Now, BGS, move over. I got this one. I was going to light her ass up. Because black women especially love doing that. They minimize black men. Oh, he ain't all that. He's a whatever. Then they turn. Then that black man turn around and start messing with a Latina or messing with a white girl. It's like, oh, my heart. Pathetic. Huh? Yikes. So the aggressive plus fragile. Shout out to all of you who haven't seen it on my channel yet. I'm gonna play it again for y'all one more again. Here you go.
I don't want a man who's only going to judge me based on my size.
You just called him short. We don't want a woman that's only gonna base us based off our height. I'm the same way he doesn't qualify for you. With your figure, a lot of guys you won't qualify for.
Give me a second.
That's okay.
Do you want a hug? Okay, you guys are all just like.
It's if y'all remember, for those of us who watched this, I watched it. She was in ultra sassy, but she was sassy as hell. Just dismissive, sassy, quick one-liners, all that good stuff. Yeah, that sounds nice, but notice you made little one-liners, little pot shots. You took little pot shots at the shorter brother, but the second the other brother said, you might not qualify for the type of men you into. Exactly. Pathetic. They're all of you lames who keep on pretending like you don't get it. FD, consciously, huh? All of you lames that keep on pretending like you don't get it. This is your sisters and your girl cousins, huh? This is them. All the single ones, whether they're educated or not, huh? This is them. Yes, even your ones that are virgins. If I'm not mistaken, I think Homegirl was a virgin. Huh? Okay, fine. We believe her. All right, for sake of argument, cool. All the way. I can't find the man on my level. This is them. They take little pot shots. They make little underhanded comments. They minimize their underhanded comments, but when you respond back in kind, they exaggerate that. Little aggressive, fragile chihuahuas. Dear America, we ain't doing nothing for your daughters. Huh? Little aggressive, fragile chihuahuas. They talk to you crazy. They talk about you crazy. They sass you. The second you respond in kind, my heart. Why'd you have to say all that? You didn't have to say that. I didn't talk to you like that. Ma'am. You gotta love that there's cameras around now. Huh? Yikes. And then they put on the waterworks. I don't want a man who's only gonna look at who's gonna be shallow and ma'am, you're only saying that because you're heavier. You have an okay face, lose the weight. You're only saying, look, man, these are ugly girl arguments. Dear black women, dear women, we could tell the ugly girl argument from a million miles away. Just like you tired of hearing the nice guy arguments, because the women are tired of hearing the nice guy arguments. Please, for all the black men in the black manosphere, do not make the nice guy. All you younger brothers, those that tend to be the younger brothers, do not make the nice guy argument. Y'all overlook the nice guys and go for the bad boys. Stop it. That's lame. Stop it. Stop. You ain't shaming her. You're actually doing yourself a disservice. You know what's going to end up happening? She will marry you in like 15, 20 years and still cheat on your ass with the bad boys. Or when you pipe it, she gonna be imagining the other dude. Oh, oh boy. Talk about hurting your ego. Ouch. Huh? Yikes. See, you hear me? And Trell says the dry peeing arguments. Yeah, do not make the dry peeing arguments. It's corny. Huh? Dear ladies, just like you don't like to hear these lame ass nice guy arguments, the men don't want to hear the shallow guy arguments or the shallow girl arguments. These men are shallow and they only care about physical appearance. And then no, actually, this is ugly girl arguments. It'd be the funniest thing when it's not coming from a necessarily ugly woman. She's just heavy. Ma'am, have you ever considered maybe if you lost some weight, maybe if you got your Lizzo on, huh? Have you ever considered? And then the craziest thing is you made that argument right after taking little jabs at the short brother. And then you didn't even realize that you did it. Or you did realize it, but to save face, you pretended like you forgot. Huh? Yikes. Lion said, I don't want to hear about no colorism either. Huh? Always these ugly girl arguments. These men are so shallow. I know the sex that cares about whether a man is a walking wallet and overglorified guard dog, the occasional sex toy. I know y'all ain't talking about somebody being shallow. Huh? I know the women who look at men as nothing but status symbols. I know you ain't talking about being shallow. I know you ain't talking about being shallow. Not the sex that look at men as nothing more than a walking ATM machine. I know you ain't calling somebody shallow. The men are so shallow. Who? Wait, what? Huh? Yikes. Talking about that.
I'm going to get yelled at for saying this, but princess treatment isn't romantic. It's a socially accepted way to avoid being an adult in a relationship. We have raised generations, including the Disney girls, on love means someone is going to come save you. That's not a partnership. That's just a fucking fantasy. And as a kid, that fantasy might have kept you safe, but now as an adult, you're not dating your mom or dad. You don't need to fantasize about someone coming to get you. In a healthy and secure relationship, no one is anticipating every single one of your needs without you fucking communicating that to them. Because psychologically, it keeps you stuck in arrested development where you continue to act like a child with your partner. You're not growing, you're outsourcing responsibility. What actually builds a healthy and secure relationship? Reciprocal care. Not getting upset with the person that you're on a date with because they dropped you off to go in and check into for your reservation and you're now seeing that as that's my masculine, he should be doing everything. No, baby, you also need to contribute to the relationship. You might be a princess in your own fucking life, but you're not a princess in everybody else's, and expecting everyone that you date to treat you like that is only going to keep you single longer than you need to be, or you're going to get somebody who is performative and not actually there for true fucking care.
Fair use, fair use, fair use, fair use. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. You might end up with someone who's performative, but is not there for true connection, is what she said at the end. To you, madam, maybe because you haven't dated women. Yeah, the women are okay with that. Oh boy, Z, you said that. Tell me I'm lying. Oh, the masses of women are okay with that. Oh, if you're performative, but you're not there for true connection, and what performative means or looks like is you bringing them to an exclusive restaurant, or them getting to drive along in a drop-top Benz or Beamer or whatever expensive car you have, them getting to show off whatever gift you bring them or whatever trip you take them on. If that's what it means to be performative, but there's no true connection, oh yeah, the women are signing up for that all day, every day. Now, if they find themselves on the wrong side of that, right? If you're a little too dismissive, a little too coarse, she ends up crying, huh? Then she's gonna play victim. But everything before that, oh yeah, they signed up for that all day. To show off to their friends, oh yeah, they signing up for that all day. To give it a brag, oh yeah, they're signing up for that all day, every day, twice on Sundays. Oh yeah, the ladies are definitely signing up for that. Now, once again, if it goes left, if it doesn't work out, oh, she gonna play victim. You better believe it. She gonna act like she didn't know what was going on. She's gonna act innocent, huh? She's gonna act like you lied to her or you played her, huh? You better believe it. But yes, ma'am, the ladies want princess treatment because they're lazy bums. Z, you can't be calling women lazy bums. They're lazy bums. Watch this. Even the educated ones, lazy bums. Even the ones with money, lazy bums. Z, you can't be calling women with money lazy bums. Lazy bums. Huh? They don't think it's their job to do any heavy lifting in a relationship. And remember, we're talking about the women who automatically, or at least they pretend to believe this, automatically assume that they're going to be the ones, you're going to be the one engaging in emotional labor. Shout out to black women who got the unmitigated gall. Black women, you better not say that in front of Z. You can pull that in front of them white boys. You can't pull that in front of Z or any black man like Z. We're going to light your ass up in front of them white folks. Always trying to play victim in front of the non-black folks. You know, we're the ones who engage in emotional labor. Wait, I know a black woman ain't talking about who's engaging in emotional labor. If you any black woman in a 50-mile radius of Z, pull that in front of Z. I don't care where we are. That's your ass. Huh? It's always that framing. Meanwhile, these are lazy bums. They don't think that's a woman's job. By the way, Mr. Z doesn't know if he has a problem with that so much. Oh no, Z, you didn't just say that? Oh no, Z don't have a problem with that. What am I getting for it though? Ooh, goddamn. Okay, ladies, let's do it. Okay, you don't think it's your job to pursue. Okay, cool. You don't think it's your job to initiate. Okay, cool. You don't think it's your job to initiate sex most of the time. Okay, cool. All right. What is he getting for that? Uh-oh. All right. You know what? Fine. Let's go with it. What is he getting for that? All right. You want princess treatment. What is he getting for that? Oh, no, not you, Z. Yes. What is he getting for that? See, the ladies want everything, and they want to give nothing. They want no sacrifices. They think their investment was going to college. I got a degree and I make this much money. Doesn't that qualify me for the elite men? No. You're still an asshole. As a matter of fact, you're a worse asshole now at 24 and 25 than you were at 18 and 17. Ooh, goddamn, Z. You're more of an asshole now at 27 years old than you were at 17, 18, 19, and 20. Actually, you're probably less qualified now. Ooh, goddamn, Z. Oof. Can't tell the ladies that. You're more of an asshole. You're less qualified. Huh? Shout out to all of you women. Some of you went out. You went to the right schools. You found the right lane. He gonna marry you. You gonna divorce him in like the next 5 to 10 years, though. But y'all got together because of status and because, you know, y'all went to the similar school or the same school, and, you know, his dumb ass ain't read through the tea leaves and see what you are, and then he gonna realize it too late when he's in divorce court. Huh? Yikes. Huh? But yes, ma'am. Oh, yeah, the ladies want princess treatment. They think they are deserving of princess treatment. Huh? What does the man get for that? Her existence, her presence. Just her existing and being present, if he even gets that. Huh? Yikes. Playing it again.
I'm going to get yelled at for saying this, but princess treatment isn't romantic. It's a socially accepted way to avoid being an adult in a relationship. We have raised generations, including the Disney girls, on love means someone is going to come save you. That's not a partnership. That's just a fucking fantasy. And as a kid, that fantasy might have kept you safe, but now as an adult, you're not dating your mom or dad. You don't need to fantasize about someone coming to get you. In a healthy and secure relationship, no one is anticipating every single one of your needs without you fucking communicating that to them. Because psychologically, it keeps you stuck in arrested development where you continue to act like a child with your partner. You're not growing, you're outsourcing responsibility. What actually builds a healthy and secure relationship? Reciprocal care. Not getting upset with the person that you're on a date with because they dropped you off to go in and check in for your reservation, and you're now seeing that as, that's my masculine, he should be doing everything. No, baby, you also need to contribute to the relationship. You might be a princess in your own fucking life, but you're not a princess in everybody else's, and expecting everyone that you date to treat you like that is only going to keep you single longer than you need to be, or you're going to get somebody who is performative and not actually there for true fucking care.
Right. And Adric says, hit the like button. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. Right. She says, keep you single longer than you need to be. Madam, once again, you are a woman, so you understand it from a woman's perspective. Not from a man's perspective. Definitely not from a black man's perspective. These women are perfectly being okay being single. They're really not. They're miserable and angry and lonely and horny. Right? But okay, fine, for argument's sake. They're perfectly okay being single because for them, it's either all of what they want or nothing. If they remember, men and women see the word settling different. Men consider everything below the 50% line as settling. If we're gonna be real, everything under the 60% line, but definitely everything under 50% of what they ask for, what they want, what they desire. Women think everything that's not 100% of what they desire is settling. And there you go. It doesn't matter how delusional it sounds. It doesn't matter if she says, you know what? I want an astronaut. I know there's only a handful of astronauts on the planet, but if I don't get an astronaut, I'm settling. And guess what? In her mind, she is settling. Right? And the way she treats the man she quote unquote settles for, that's if she even ever ends up with a man, well, because she settled. And your dumbass was the dumbass to still try to do something with her, even though you're not the one. You didn't know you wasn't the one, but you're not the one. And she gonna treat you like, well, you're not the one. God have mercy on your soul. Huh? Yikes. So yes, ma'am, the being single longer than you have to be, I don't think you really appreciate the type of women we're dealing with in the 21st century. These little bitter, angry, resentful trolls. Huh? These little consumerist, materialistic, huh? Neoliberal trolls who look at men as status symbols and baubles. The difference between a man and their wristwatch, or the difference between a man. Mr. Z is literally looking at a Bugatti Veyron right now. Welcome to South Florida, y'all. Yep, there go $1 million+ with the card that just passed by. Well, man, maybe they're going for like 800 and something. Last time I checked, I saw one that went for like 800 and something. But there you go. Yep. Welcome to South Florida. Moving along. Okay, exactly. The lady said, if you ain't pulling up in a Bugatti, then I'm settling. Huh? Yes, ma'am. You and their necklace are the same thing. You and that Louis bag are the same thing. You and that Tesla is the same thing. As a man, this is what you have to appreciate with these newfangles. Huh? You and those expensive shoes are the same thing. Just status symbols that symbolize her greatness. Huh? And I don't know how many men that would be the end of the world. Train tracks, right? How many men that would be the end of the world if they actually got something worthwhile out of the deal. But what the ladies are saying is you get her in her presence. Okay, fine. I don't know how many men would have an issue with that if her in her presence wasn't 5'4" and 210 pounds. Ooh, goddamn. With a crap attitude and maybe one or two kids from a different man. Okay, we'll leave that one on the table. A crap attitude and 5'4" and 110 pounds with resting B face. Huh? Let me say this one more again for the 1,000th time, actually. Much of the way we see women and women's proclivities is based off of what women were and what women are during the Victorian era, during the Regency era, Leave It to Beaver era, right? An era where women weren't so quote unquote liberated, so they say on paper. And I don't know how many folks are really sitting down and researching what women are over the past 40 or so years. Definitely over the past 2 decades, over the past 20 or some odd years. How many of us have actually, and I'm talking about to mainly the researchers here, have really sat down with women's proclivities, the way they speak, the way they see relationship and intimacy and sex and men over the past 2 decades? If I want to be generous, 4 decades. And y'all gives you a second, y'all talk amongst yourselves. And okay, fine. For the sake of argument, for the sake of this argument, I'll go with your framing. A more quote unquote liberated woman. What does a more liberated woman mean for the rest of society? The pluses and the minuses. Huh? What does that mean for your birth rate? Ooh. Huh? What does that mean for your productivity? Ooh. What does that mean for social cohesion? Ooh, Z, why are you asking these very, very difficult questions? Because like on the surface, it sounds like this would be a plus, and then you dig through the numbers. Ooh. What does that mean for the increasing wealth gap? Because the women on the bottom and in the middle said, if I can't be with the men on the top, then I don't want nothing. Huh? So the women on the top obviously want the men on the top, or at the top, better yet. So the women at the top of the social economic pyramid scheme said, well, it's going to be the men of my similar demographic and class and income and status, or nothing. The women in the middle want those same men. They're not settling. The women on the bottom want those same men at the top too. And all the women are saying, yeah, it's the top 20% or nothing. Definitely the top third or nothing. And well, we're here now. Huh? Right? And what happens to that, to your social cohesion? Huh? What happens to your society? The Jenga blocks that make up your society, that make up your community, huh? That make up your country, what happens to it? Huh? The women said it's the men at the top or nothing. And on an individual basis, that wouldn't be the end of the world. But when you scale that, well, what do you get?
Get the fuck out, lady. Fuck out.
Huh? The lady said the women want princess treatment. Well, how do the women act when they don't get princess treatment? Because that's not how the world works, especially for women, I don't know, outside of the like top 5%. Huh? If even really the top like 0.1%. How do the women act when they don't get that? That's white women, that's black women, that's Latina women, even some Asian women. How do they act? How do they speak, particularly concerning any conversation about men or boys? How do they act? How do they speak, Z? Huh? See, we took it as a joke, not all of us, but last week and the week before, when the women were saying all over the internet and social media, white women and black women, some Latinas, right, that the men and the boys should start off in jail. Huh? Why do you think that was? You don't see that as a temper tantrum? Huh? All the talks of bullying men, y'all don't see that as a temper tantrum? Huh? The women said, if I can't be with the elite men, then F it all to hell. Yes, it's princess treatment or matriarchy. Gynocracy. Patriarchy by feminist specifications. There you go. Ding, ding, ding. Huh?
I'm going to get yelled at for saying this, but princess treatment isn't romantic. It's a socially accepted way to avoid being an adult in a relationship. We have raised generations, including the Disney girls, on love means someone is going to come save you. That's not a partnership. That's just a fucking fantasy. And as a kid, that fantasy might have kept you safe, but now as an adult, you're not dating your mom or dad. You don't need to fantasize about someone coming to get you. In a healthy and secure relationship, no one is anticipating every single one of your needs. I'm going to get yelled at for saying this, but princess treatment isn't romantic. It's a socially accepted way to avoid being an adult in a relationship. We have raised generations.
It is not romantic. It is a socially acceptable way of not being an adult in a relationship. It is a socially acceptable way of not being an adult in a relationship. Say it one more, Ginzy. It is a socially acceptable way to not be an adult in a relationship. Huh? So whenever you hear black women talk about how white women aren't told to settle and how great white men are compared to black men, and how white men, they know better. These non-black men, they don't have their women working, and white women aren't told to settle. And y'all don't do this to any other group. And that. What they're really complaining about is white men allow for white women to do whatever the hell they want to do in this society, and I don't get to do that. Look, she gets to be feminine. She gets to be out here whimsical and la 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 la, and she doesn't have to deal with any consequences. Really, black women's complaint is that they have to be adults and the white women don't. And here's the kicker. That's not even true. That's not even true. It sounds nice on paper to sound like this.
My thing is, like, I don't understand the obsession with trying to make black women settle so much. Y'all don't do this with any other community. Like, seriously. Y'all don't do this with any other community. Do y'all tell white women that they should settle? Because last time I checked, anytime a white girl marries a black man, it's always when he's at his best and when he's rich as hell. You think Kim Kardashian was going to marry Kanye while he was broke and didn't have any money? You think Kanye would have had a chance with Kim then? Or you think Kanye had a chance with Kim when he was a multi-million-dollar rapper? Let's be real. Like, y'all don't say this to any other group but us. We're tired of settling. We're tired.
It's not fair. The white women get to be with rich ass black men and he gets to treat her like a princess. But when black men end up with black women, we're supposed to mule for them. Black women are supposed to mule for them and advocate for them and do for them. But black men know better than to do that with the Latinas and the white girls. It's not fair. I don't get to be a princess. That's what it comes down to.
I'm going to get yelled at for saying this, but princess treatment isn't romantic. It's a socially accepted way to avoid being an adult in a relationship. We have raised generations, including the Disney girls, on love means someone is going to come save you. That's not a partnership.
Love means someone is going to come and save you. Oh boy. Love means someone is going to come and save you. Z, you got evidence of that?
This is nothing against interracial relationships, but I want to know, why do This is nothing against interracial relationships.
I don't.
Excuse me, y'all. I'm trying to take this off, and it's not. There we go. Okay, here y'all go. Here y'all go.
This is nothing against interracial relationships, but I want to know, why do black men get with white women and literally become as like they just become the best parents, they become the best spouse, like everything they can't do for a black woman, they can get with a white woman, and they can cherish a white woman how they're supposed to. But when they're in a relationship with black women, they do not see black women for their worth.
Here's a thought. Now just hear me out. Is it possible that just maybe you bring out the worst in them?
I wouldn't say it like Angry Man. Shout out to Angry Man. I'm not gonna have a problem with his framing or whatever. I personally would say it different. Have you ever considered the white woman may not have the same angst? You could frame it however you want to frame it. They have the luxury. Okay, fine, cool. However you want to frame it, black women, however you want to frame it. And she's not necessarily looking for the black man to be above and beyond a standard man, a regular man, a white man, which allows the black man to maybe mess up a couple of times, to actually be a human being. Maybe she doesn't necessarily look at the black man to save her and to make her a white woman because, wait a minute, she already is. Huh? Have we ever considered that? Once again,
This is nothing against interracial relationships, but I want to know, why do black men get with white women and literally become as like they just become the best parents, they become the best spouse, like everything they can't do for a black woman they can get with a white woman, and they can cherish a white woman how they're supposed to. But when they're in a relationship with black women, they do not see black women for their worth.
I just don't agree with this framing at all. They don't see black women for their worth. No, black women want to be treated like elite, upper middle class, rich and wealthy women. It's not that black women aren't seen for their worth. It's that black women think anything that isn't rich, elite, white women is beneath her, no matter where she is, no matter her station in life. And she's angry at the world for not treating her like a rich, elite, white woman. That's the issue that y'all are running into, ma'am. Huh? That's the issue. It's the Superman idea. Huh? It's women writ large, or women in aggregate, definitely black women, looking for Superman.
Man could have saved your child.
And definitely concerning white men. But because white men ain't really checking like that, not in any significant number, you're putting that on black men to save you from yourself. As the lady said, save you.
I'm going to get yelled at for saying this, but princess treatment isn't romantic. It's a socially accepted way to avoid being an adult in a relationship. We have raised generations, including the Disney girls, on love means someone is going to come save you. That's not a partnership. That's just a fucking fantasy. And as a kid, that fantasy might have kept you safe, but now as an adult, you're not dating your mom or dad. You don't need to fantasize about someone coming to get you. In a healthy and secure relationship, no one is anticipating every single one of your needs without you fucking communicating that to them.
And if y'all want proof of black women in particular, but women, because it's not just a black woman thing, but black women concerning white men, right? Black women concerning white men, black women looking at white men like Superman. If you want evidence of that, you got evidence of that, you better believe it.
I don't know if I ever told you this. This is a story, essentially, of how I started liking white men. Really weird. It could be funny. I don't know. But it was a movie when I was 5-ish years old, maybe 6, when I saw Superman for the very first time. And it was one of the original Superman starring Christopher Reeves. If you don't know who Christopher Reeves is, he passed away. However, he was a really good actor. But I was super fascinated with Superman and the thought of a white man saving me from poverty. I don't know, but at 5, I didn't think that way. It was more of the start of my fascination of white men and my attraction. Because even at 7, 8 years old, I was always attracted to like white teachers. My baby father is not white, so it was not like.
Huh? Uh-oh. Z coming in with the receipts today. There you go. My baby's father is not white. Yeah, ma'am, you didn't have to tell us. Thank you for telling us, but you didn't have to tell us. We already knew. Huh? Yeah, what happened? Huh? She told you straight up she watched Superman and she took it literal. Huh? She watched Superman and she took it literal. Oh yeah, I gotta go get me a white man because he's gonna save me from me. Huh? He's gonna save me from being black. Uh-oh. Huh? I need to go get me a white man. Shout out to her.
Superman could have saved your child.
Huh? Yikes. So yes, the lady is
I'm gonna
correct.
get yelled at for saying this, but princess treatment isn't romantic. It's a socially accepted way to avoid being an adult in a relationship. We have raised generations, including the Disney girls, on love means someone is going to come save you. That's not a partnership. That's just a fucking fantasy. And as a kid,
I don't know if I ever told you this. This is a story, essentially, of how I started liking white men. Really weird. It could be funny. I don't know. But it was a movie when I was 5-ish years old, maybe 6, when I saw Superman for the very first time. And it was one of the original Superman starring Christopher Reeves. If you don't know who Christopher Reeves is, he passed away. However, he was a really good actor. But I was super fascinated with Superman and the thought of a white man saving me from poverty. I don't know, but at 5, I didn't think that way. It was more of the start of my fascination of white men and my attraction. Because even at 7, 8 years old, I was always attracted to like white teachers. My baby father is not white, so it was not like.
Ah, Saint Cyr says their lowest lane in their heads. Say that. Huh? We know what it is. Meanwhile, why do y'all treat the white women so different? You treat the white women so different.
This is nothing against interracial relationships, but I want to know, why do black men get with white women and literally become as like they just become the best parents, they become the best spouse, like everything they can't do for a black woman they can get with a white woman, and they can cherish a white woman how they're supposed to. But when they're in a relationship with black women, they do not see black women for their worth.
What if black women were supposed to be the leaders and black men are just supposed to protect with their muscles and use their listening ears and carry out instructions?
There go your answer, young lady. Huh? You asked the question, I gave you the answer. Here's your answer
What
again.
if black women were supposed to be the leaders and black men are just supposed to protect with their muscles and use their listening ears and carry out instructions?
Huh? Not saying there's not some white women who think the same way, particularly about black men, including the white women that have bedroom fun with black men. Huh? With that, how many of them are recording themselves saying it? You know how many recordings I can find, how many videos I can find of black women talking about black men just like what I just played? Huh? Do you know how many videos I can find of black women saying these literal words? These exact same words? Huh? Yikes. All this princess treatment thing. Y'all are weird. These are adults that want to be treated like children. Huh? Or better yet, not treated like children. Want the responsibility of children. There you go, Z. No, they want to be treated like adults. Not adult men. No, 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 no. They don't want to be treated like adult men. Nope, nope, nope. They definitely don't want to be treated like adult black men. What's adult black men? Anybody above the age of 10, and that's a black male. Above the age of 8, above the age of 7. Huh? And then have the nerve to speak about how black men treat white women or any non-black women, I'm guessing she's saying, any better. But in reality, y'all out here handing out the box mad easy to the white dudes, to the point where even daily wrap-up crew be talking about it.
African girls that are mostly into white men, they would make it difficult for a black guy that want to play tough. The moment a white man comes around, skirts he'll touch anywhere, like they actually don't care. So I realize African girls that like white men, they will make everything easy for a white man.
And for the few white guys that actually do watch this channel, the easiest piece of you gonna get in America is a black woman. And I don't even want to say the black woman is easy, but it goes to what you say. Like they have this infatuation for white men. It could be the basicest, it could be the dirtiest white man. It's just because he's a white man. I promise you, you don't have to spit game. You don't gotta know how to dance. You gotta have no swag. No, just go up to her. You're a white man. You got that privilege. I got a lot of privilege in this country, and this is one of those privileges.
No, because I like white men and I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about it because I'm not what they. But I like him. I've always liked him.
And isn't that the actual real struggle, black women? You see what she said at the end? This is not an ugly black woman. That black woman at the end, she got wiped up in half a second in the black community, and yet she's pining and chasing over the white guys that look like pelicans in the face. And she's admitting to you that the white guys ain't really looking at her like that. That's the kicker. Shout out to the African sister in the beginning. We've seen multiple videos and interviews of her. She's the one that BGS played maybe a year ago at this point, that told black women, "Hey, don't be coming to Africa with that boss girl crap. These African men are not going." Huh? It'll be easy for a black man from America with a few dollars to come to Africa and run things. But if you come to Africa with that boss girl thing, them African men will run your pockets. They not going though. Shout out to her. But you heard what the sister said at the end. Oh, isn't that sad? You're drooling over the white guys that look like pelicans in the face. Goddamn dagger nose ass white dudes. And you're admitting that they ain't checking. Oh.
African girls that are mostly into white men, they would make it difficult for a black guy that want to play tough. The moment a white man comes around, skirts he will touch anywhere, like they actually don't care. So I realize African girls that like white men, they will make everything easy for a white man.
And for the few white guys that actually do watch this channel.
And that's what it is, isn't it? Listen to and she's in Africa saying that. That means the African black women are acting just like the black women in America concerning the white dudes. They make things mad easy for the white guys. So they're difficult. Listen to what she said. They make things difficult for the black men. And they're mad easy, pun intended, with the white dudes. And that's in Africa. But we even have black women in America saying the same thing that they're engaging in.
Man, if you want to date outside of your race, you need to be disciplined. When they say we're going to the gym at 5:30 in the morning, you better be up at 5 o'clock getting ready. They are not going to deal with the lack of discipline. And what we make black men put up with, they are not going to go for that. And what we make black men put up with, they are not going to go for that. What we make black men put up with, they are not going to go for that.
So we can dead the conversation now about black women don't know what they're doing, and we don't really know, and we didn't start dating until we were in our 20s or when we were in college, and we don't know how to, and we don't, huh? And this is the way black men treat us. Black men are so cruel and harsh and mean to us, and they don't know how to respect us. And we can dead that conversation because black women are overtly saying, whether that's, and we could find the same thing from the Afro Latinas all across Latin America. Black women give a difficult time to black men, and once you jump out the black race, or you not even light-skinned brothers still ain't having an easy go at it. But once you look white or any type of not black, South Asian, East Asian, mestizo Latinos, white Latinos, wasp white, German white, huh? The ladies are going. And they're being cooperative. Huh? Even if it doesn't actually work out for them. Goddamn.
African girls that are mostly into white men, they would make it difficult for a black guy that want to play tough. The moment a white man comes around, skirts he will touch anywhere, like they actually don't care. So I realize African girls that like white men, they will make everything easy for a white man.
And for the few white guys that actually do watch this channel, the easiest piece of you gonna get in America is a black woman. And I don't even want to say the black woman is easy, but it goes to what you say. Like they have this infatuation for white men. It could be the basicest, it could be the dirtiest white man. It's just because he's a white man. I promise you, you don't have to spit game. You don't gotta know how to dance. You gotta have no swag. Just go up to her. You're a white man. You got that privilege. I got a lot of privilege in this country, and this is one of those privileges.
No, because I like white men and I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about it because I'm not what they. But I like him. I've always liked him.
Not saying anyone should care. But if y'all really want to unpack this, it's a simple unpack. Women of color, black women are the loudest about it. Women of color want their femininity validated by the man. And in their minds, there's only one the man. And it's white men. The whiter, the better. It is the curse of Ham. But the curse of Ham is not just a Afro-Latina thing. The curse of Ham is a woman thing on planet Earth. God damn, Z. Damn, Z. Huh? Definitely for women of color. The curse of Ham is global. Shout out to Jason Black. You want to hear somebody tell you the truth? Leave them in the room with the white man. Huh? Homegirl. Hey, wait a minute. Dear black women, especially darker skinned black women, didn't y'all tell us that homegirl at the end of that video, isn't that supposed to be all of our type? Lighter skin, looser curls, slimmer. She chasing after the white dude. What you talking about? Huh? She's chasing after the white guys that she's admitting aren't interested in her like that. Imagine living in a world where you're drooling over the white guys. Talk about embarrassing. You're drooling over the white guys, and they're not, and she's telling you that they're not it, they're not really. Huh? Yikes. Not the supposed preference being ignored by the white guys. Oh no.
The man could have saved your child.
Huh? And they go said cruel tutelage. Shout out to me, right? Yikes. Drew, and you heard what the brothers from Daily Rapper Crew said. We all know it. Black women don't ever want to admit that though. The easiest piece of ass you'll ever get as a non-black man is a black woman. Huh? Minus a handful of them that's pro-black and they really mean it. That's like 2%, 0.5%, 0.1%. That if we left you in the room with her, you would damn near have to grape her for anything to go on because she ain't going. Most of the pro-black women are talking it, but they'll go. And then your everyday black woman, oh, she'll definitely go. She's definitely going to go if she don't think anybody in the black community will find out. Or at least anyone outside of her homegirl circle, her friend circle. But she's going to be bragging about it in the friend circle. Now, when you ghost her ass, or when you make it very clear that it was nothing but smashing, she going to definitely not want black men to know. But remember, the brothers in Daily Rap Crew, they're in New York, right? They telling you the easiest piece of ass you could get as a white dude is black women. But it's a status thing. Once again, shout out. This is the Dating Divide spoke on this. Cataclysm spoke on this a little bit. Christian Rudder. Women of color want their femininity validated. And the only person that can truly validate their femininity, that's for the women that this is a thing for them. Not all women of color are like this, most, right? Their femininity can only be validated by the man. And who's the man in their minds? The white man. No? Pelican nose ass, dagger nose ass, white men, they'll go. They'll go. Good enough. You're white. They out. Huh? Look like you might have a little skin issues. Look like you're older than you actually are. Don't matter. You're white. They'll go. God forbid you're tall. They're going. God forbid you're actually good looking. They're definitely going. They're fainting on the way. And if you actually are known to have smashed a black woman or two, or you were seen in public with a black woman holding her hand in any type of romantic way, Chris Evans, oh, they definitely going. If you were known to smash a black woman in secret here or there, huh? Oh, they going, Brad Pitt. They'll be swooning over you forever. It don't matter if after that rumor, they ain't nobody ever heard of you doing anything with a black woman ever again. Once again, Brad Pitt. Huh? Oh, the ladies are going. They'll be singing about you or singing to you or begging you at award ceremonies. Regina Hall. Huh? Oh, boy. And the best thing you could do to have a black woman want to be validated by white men is to haze her and make fun of her and mock her when she was younger. Now she needs your validation. Ain't that right, Venus and Serena Williams? Ooh, god damn, Z. Z, you can't be doing that, Z. Ooh. Z, you can't be doing that, Z. You psychoanalyzing, Z. You don't got no degree. Huh? Yikes. Somebody tell Z he lying. Oh, and if a black woman is mad, if she's angry because black men won't bow, or her attractiveness ain't getting black men to do what she want them to do, oh, y'all can have a field day with her. Call her all type of N-words. Tell her you don't want your mixed children having black women hairstyles or black hairstyles. Divorce her and take half on the way out the door. Ain't that right, Halle Berry? Ooh, goddamn, Z. Stop it, Z. Stop, stop, stop. Y'all could struggle to have children for 10 years. Mess around, you divorce, you take half. And then she so don't want to go back to black men because she think they're beneath her. She gonna mess around and end up with a white woman. Ain't that right, Aisha Taylor? Ooh, damn, Z. Stop, Z. Stop, stop. Huh? Ain't that right, Aisha Taylor? Ooh. Huh? These women be so full of crap that they could be the sexual plaything for white men who are slumming it. White men talking crazy behind their back while after ejaculating on their back. Ooh, goddamn, Z. White men turn around, get married, have 3, 4 fully white babies on their ass. With white women, clearly. And these black women will still be talking to black men crazy and how black men aren't loyal and how successful and rich black men aren't wifing up black women. Ain't that right, K. Michelle? Like publicly, this white man was disparaging you behind your back after busting off on your back. Ooh, goddamn. And then years later, here you are talking about men aren't good people because them white guys ain't taking you seriously. You got all these great relationship with white guys. Where's the wedding ring? Huh? Then years after that, you on Cam Newton demanding that rich and famous black men wife up black women. After being taken on a tizzy tour by any and every white man. Huh? Pathetic. Huh? You got slim, dark-skinned, fairly attractive black women one night stand with white dudes. Propose to the white guy. Marriage don't even last, what, 3, 4 years? Not even. Ain't that right, Jodie Turner-Smith? Ooh, goddamn. She ain't even from America. Wait a minute, Z. You gotta stop it, Z. Stop, stop. Stop, Z. Huh? Danny Nguyen, what's going on? Ooh, goddamn, Z. Oops. How's that divorce? Ooh. Huh? Yikes. Huh? Rihanna, you thought you were safe, Rihanna, huh? Because you done had a couple of kids with ASAP Rocky. Huh? After you did a little jump off for Ashton Kutcher not taking a shower every day ass. Huh? You let the not taking a shower every day ass Ashton Kutcher smash, Rihanna? You're supposed to be an island girl. Shout out to Island Boys. Huh? You're supposed to be from the Caribbean. You're a black woman from the Caribbean. But all Ashton Kutcher had to do was be tall and white and famous. All he had to be was white, but let's be fair. Okay, but fine. Ashton Kutcher is tall, white, and famous, and some women find him attractive. Cool. And you let not taking a shower every day ass Ashton Kutcher smash, and then borderline ghost your ass? Z Robin. Huh? Yikes. Yikes. Shout out to Daily Wrap-Up Crew.
African girls that are mostly into white men, they would make it difficult for a black guy that want to play tough. The moment a white man comes around, skirts he'll touch anywhere, like they actually don't care. So I realize African girls that like white men, they will make everything easy for a white man.
And for the few white guys that actually do watch this channel, the easiest piece of you gonna get in America is a black woman. And I don't even want to say the black woman is easy, but it goes to what you say. Like they have this infatuation for white men. It could be the basicest, it could be the dirtiest white man. It's just because he's a white man. I promise you, you don't have to spit game. You don't gotta know how to dance. You gotta have no swag. No, just go up to her. You're a white man. You got that privilege. I got a lot of privilege in this country, and this is one of those privileges.
No, because I like white men and I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do about it because I'm not what they. But I like him. I've always liked him.
Ah. Huh? Shout out to black women. Oh, it gets worse, y'all. It gets worse. It gets worse. Shout out to Only Logical, because now some of them are trying to do the reach back, right? Shout out to Accountable Commentary. Once again, fair use, fair use. Fair use, fair use. Right? But shout out to Accountable Commentary. Great phrase, the reach back. And shout out to Only Logical. Here we go.
This is for the simps. This is your chance to clean up.
They're like hunters searching for meat. White meat, there's babes are in heat.
Wait, I like the black one better because black on black on black on black. Of course you When did I become such a blackie?
Doesn't matter where he comes from, as long as it's white. And it could be young or old, it really doesn't matter, as long as he's white and available. There's babes so desperate for a whitey. No black man stands a chance. Oh. If you're black, nothing for you. But if you're white, there's something for you. In the world, white is right, but black is wrong. If you're black, nothing for you. If you're white, there's plenty for you. Desperate babes on the prowl, in search of a white man. The white man, white man, the white man, white man, in search of a whitey. A whitey, whitey, a whitey, whitey. Some of them are desperate. Ooh, so desperate, just to hook a whitey to marry. It could be English, American, even Indian, or a nation, just as long as his skin is white.
dating a white dude whose parents don't like dark-skinned black girls is honestly so fucking weird, because
y'all will be talking for XYZ amount of time, and then all of a sudden this man won't talk to you, he won't even acknowledge you, and then he'll pop out with a light-skinned girl or he'll pop out with a white bitch, and that's how you gotta find out that his parents don't like black people for real. And then whenever you ask him about that shit, or God forbid that you do ask
the nigga about why he don't fuck with black girls, it's, oh, it just didn't work out. No, baby.
You just don't know how to confront your parents with your actual type.
It's okay though. You could've just said that.
I fear I might have to change my type and who I date. In reference to, what am I trying to say? I think I should start dating white men.
Don't come back.
I said it, okay? I think I should start dating white men. Please.
White men, you can keep her forever.
Okay? I'm gonna tell you why, okay? I'm gonna tell you why. The way that they just treat, some of them, not all of them, okay? Some of them. The way that they treat black women, and I've dated a white man before. Well, he was a little mixed.
Stay over there for eternity.
And I'm not gonna lie, that was by far the best I've ever been treated. I've never felt like super special in like the way that they make you feel by a black man. And by
we gonna make you mean that.
Am I saying that black men cannot make black women feel special? I'm just saying I've never had that experience, and I've only ever had that with a white man. And white men in general, like they just really cater to their black woman, and I love that. I love that so much. And even just seeing other interracial couples where it's like a white man and a black woman, like I love that duo. But I fear I'm gonna have to, I don't know, but it's kind of hard finding white men that are like really attractive that like black girls. Like where I live, it really is kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie, like seriously. But,
oh no, not another black woman in Michigan.
For me to go ahead and, because at first when I had around the time I was dating my white man, I was more open to other races, and then after that I kind of switched back. I was still like I'm not really feeling black men, and then I started talking to black men again, and that's all I talk to, but it has yet to be working. I keep being disappointed, and I'm tired of it. Like whenever I think of,
we're gonna make you mean that.
Like whenever I think of like the type of love I want, a black man never comes to my mind to giving me that. I'm not gonna
remember that. Keep that same energy.
I don't know. And then I'm also having an issue where like it's hard finding men that I'm attracted to, but that also has everything that I like in a man. Like I'll find a man that I like, but he's not that cute, you know, or I'll find a man that I think is really cute and I like, but he's not doing everything I need him to do, or he's not showing the effort, you know, or like he may not like me as much as I like him. It's really a back and forth, and I hate it. I hate it so much. Like it's just exhausting. It's getting too much. Like just please, I just
now she's just blabbing.
Man, you know, just give me my white man and I'll be good.
It's okay, and he has some of them will kill, will still will destroy, just to get a white.
Oh man. Huh? Yikes. And Cheryl Bentley says, and thank you for the super chat. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat, and Cash App. And Cheryl Bentley says, can I get that song on Spotify? I don't know. Shout out to Only Logical. I found the actual original song. Shout out to Only Logical for finding that song. It is a bop. It is a bop. Shout out to Cheryl, because he said that in an earlier comment. It is a bop, right? And it's crazy that you had the African brother who put this song out however long ago, or maybe Caribbean, but I'm probably sure it's African brother who put this song out however long ago. And now it got famous off of Only Logical. Huh? Y'all heard that? So black women are admitting. That is so sad. Like, that's sad that they're admitting that they're going after the white man, and it's difficult to find white men that are attracted to black women. So middle finger up to black men, right? Black men don't treat them well. Black men don't this. Black men don't that. And then they turn around and admit that the white guys don't even see them. Wait a minute. Black men are not behaving the way you want. They're not treating you the way you want. They don't speak to you the way, once again, they don't speak to you the way you want. They don't behave the way you want. They don't treat you the way you want, right? They're not accomplished enough. They don't take you seriously enough, right? Deadbeat dads, all the stereotypes. Not educated enough, don't have enough status, don't have enough class or tact or any of that. Cool. Black women will finish saying that, say how great the white man is, and then now you're having black women straight up say, yeah, well, you know, I mean, it is a little difficult finding white men that aren't into black women, or you know, white men that aren't swayed by what their parents think about black women, or darker skinned black women. Huh? Shout out to Rogish. Y'all remember the stream I did? I ran through the cars to the sister that said that, to the black woman that said that. Young black woman, you think you shaming white men? Oh, you care too much about what your parents think. Ma'am, you think he's gonna lose out on the will for you? You think he's not gonna inherit his parents' house, his grandparents' house, his aunt or uncle's house for you? Wait, you think he's gonna miss out on the classic Mustang, the classic Camaro, the Charger, the Cuda, the Monte Carlo? Huh? The Z31 3 of the ZX, the S130 280ZX Turbo, the MK3 Supra, the MK4 Supra, huh? The E30 M3, the E36 M3, huh? The Dodge Ram Viper truck with the V10. You think he gonna miss out on those for you? Huh? That $250,000 his grandfather left him, you think he gonna turn that down for you? Huh? Yeah, that's it. You think he gonna turn down the XJK or the XK, excuse me, XK Jag for you? Absolutely not. He ain't turning down the Chevelle. He not turning down the Nova. Telescope said the 79 Dart. Huh? Exactly, the Chevy Chevelle with the 454. He not turning that down for you, ma'am. Ma'am, he's not turning down $50,000 for you. Let alone $250,000. Let alone his grandparents' home. Huh? The Pontiac Trans Am, he not turning that down for you, ma'am. Shout out to Kendrick. Kendrick that blew up the price of Grand Nationals, let alone GNXs. Even the Bureau Regal TT. Huh? He's not gonna let the Grand National his uncle been sitting on for 20 years, that's sitting in his uncle's garage. Yeah, he's not turning that down for you, ma'am. Cut it out. So yes, his parents could threaten him. Yes. Huh? You're absolutely right. His parents could threaten him. You ain't getting that boat. Huh? That little Cessna plane, you're not getting it. Huh? Yes, ma'am. Yes, his parents could definitely threaten him. That money for that bike you wanted? Nope. That money for that ATV you wanted? Nope. Huh? Right? Talk about the Everglades. Telescope said the fan boat. Yeah, that fan boat. Nope. Huh? All of that. Your older cousin who said, you know what? When I'm done with this, I'm gonna go start a new project. You could get my 2003 F250. Huh? With the big turbo setup, the one with 1,200 pound-feet of torque. Yeah, you can have that when I'm done with it. You know what? I'm pretty much done with it. I'm gonna go build another truck. You can have this when I'm done. Yeah. Guess what? His dad just made a phone call. Hey, pause on that. I'm gonna see if he gonna break up with this Negro yitch. You know what they calling you behind your back. Huh? And that's for the white dudes. We even talking about the Latinos. Oh, now lowrider, your uncle's lowrider because your cousin's not into cars. Your uncle's lowrider? Yeah, nope. You ain't getting it. You stay with that Negro yitch. Huh? Yes, black women. This is what it looked like. See, black women try to threaten or insult black men with this family thing and this community thing. Yeah, that's what it looks like. See, when you're in community for real, you get to pull cards. When you're in a real nuclear family, your aunt, your uncle, your mother, your father, your grandparents, they get to pull cards. You not doing that. We got something for your ass and you pull it. You could do it if you can afford it. Huh? You know how black women love to, the black community and black men, they don't want to stay and they don't want to create families and they don't want to. Well, that's what it looked like. Huh? Hey, tell Kyle we ain't paying for that tuition. You know how we told him when he graduated high school we're gonna pay that tuition? Not if he stay with her. I I don't know how I'm gonna find it. Listen to the clip of Tariq Nasheed reading what the black young lady in Canada said during COVID. Um, School closes. She goes with her white boyfriend to his house to stay while school is closed. Excuse me. Meet the parents. White parents smiling all in her face. It's time to go to sleep. Her boyfriend's upstairs, send her downstairs to go find his phone charger for him. She go down, she sneak down the stairs. She overhear the white parents who were just smiling in her face during dinner saying, I don't know what he doing with her. Well, I just hope he has his fun with her and he leaves her because ain't no way we gonna let him marry her. Did you hear that, black women? I hope he has his fun with her. Oh, so the parents, they'll smile in your face. They know their son gonna have his little fun with you for a year, for 6 months, a year, maybe 18 months. You think it's going swimmingly. Swimmingly. There you go, Z. Still pronounced it wrong. Anyway, then he broke up with me. I don't know what happened. He was never going to stay. Welcome to the real world. That family thing y'all keep on talking about, that's what it looked like. Huh? It's not all peachy. No, guess what? Your parents and your aunts and uncles, maybe even a cousin. Oh, yeah, they get to pull cards. Huh? Then here y'all come. Is there a pun in there, Z? Not yet. Here y'all come trying to run back to the black community on some. I'm done with my white boy phase. Oh, black women, do you appreciate how? See, black women like to pull this crap about how insulting it is that these famous and rich black men are ending up with white women or Latinas or any non-black women. No, 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 no. Very few things on planet Earth, nothing. Very few things on planet Earth is more insulting than being born and raised in America with America's history concerning black people, concerning black men, concerning black women, and to have a black woman go over there with the white guys, get treated like a little sexual experiment. He got to practice all his little moves on you. Huh? He got to practice all his little moves on you. It don't work out. With America's history concerning black people, then you turn around and try to run back to black men on some as a Negro now? You try to tell black men, okay, I learned my lesson, please. You know how insulting it is to tell black men you're done with your white boy phase? Do you know how insulting it is with America's history concerning white men and black women? Mixed children from black women, white men relations, we'll call it. And to turn around in the 21st century and tell black men and have this whole video set up, type out the words on the screen and not really appreciate how insulting it is to tell black men, oh, as a Negro now, I realize you when you're done with your white boy phase and y'all doing a little two-step, y'all doing a little dance, a little jig. Y'all really don't think anything of black men. Shout out to BGS. Now, BGS, you right. They really don't think anything of black men. You don't regard black men at all. You don't even hide it. Shout out to at least older extra and some boomer black women who would be hiding, and they'll let their little, right? They'll let their white bar smash, but they'll never admit it. Black men will never know. At least it won't come out of their mouth. They'll never say it. We all know it. Now, the famous black women, of course, everybody knew. But these millennials and these Gen Z, oh, they loud as hell about it. And when it fails, black baby, I'm back. Honey, I'm home. Huh? There's one of them sisters. I didn't find her necessarily attractive, but she had lips for days. You know what them white boys had her doing with them lips. Shout out to any one of you brothers that follow behind that. I ain't like the weave. The weave really pushed her forehead. It made her. Anyway, we ain't even doing the insult thing. But dear black women, you feel like you won the lottery. You got a trophy now. You got the white dude. Cool. That's for the ones of you that think that. The other ones of you that feel like, oh, it's get back time. The black men, look, I got me a white man. He better than you. Hey, what Z say? You better hope that work out. And if it doesn't, you better stay over there. You better go get you another one. How insulting is it? And then you admitting the white guys ain't checking for you like that. In other words, and I said it before, would black women never tell you? Would Latinas never tell you? Would Asian women never tell you? They tell you about that one white husband that they're able to lock down. They never tell you about the 12, 15, 25 white dudes that done smashed or that they tried to make it work with and it didn't work. They never tell you about that. You only know about that one white husband or that one white long-term relationship that she's been in for 5 years. She never tell you about the one-night stands, about the co-workers that were smashed, that she was smashing over the summer in the car during lunch break. The white guys that were smashing in college when she went away for school. That Latino mechanic that she let smash a couple of times so she didn't have to pay for that car repair. She never tell you about that. All you know about is that one white guy, that eventually married her, or that one white guy that she's been in a long-term relationship with 5 years, 6 years now. They're admitting to you that the white guys that they're attracted to ain't attracted to them. The white guys in general aren't attracted. They're telling you that. Shout out to the black men that don't get what Mr. Z is saying. You're telling us that black men are mistreating you, while also telling us that white men are ignoring you. Imagine that. Black men don't know how to treat a woman These non-black men know how to treat a woman, they're better, while you're also admitting, because most black women, let's be clear, this is very rare. Most black women won't even mention the other part. They won't mention that the Latino guys and the white guys and the Asian guys act like they don't even see them, or they don't see them in that way. There's no romantic, no sexual tension, no nothing in that way. So that's rare as hell. I would argue it's because they're young and they don't know better than to not say it. So there's that part. Huh? Most black women will never admit that other part. The only part, these white guys, they treat us so much better, and they know how to, I've never been treated like that before, and that. They'll say all of that. The other part that they won't say, though, is that every 10 white guys or Latino guys they find attractive, one of them might look her way. Might. That's heavy on the might. Ma'am, it's a racial pyramid scheme. Let me say this to black women once again. An attractive black woman is attractive. What you're not factoring in is the entire racial pyramid scheme. That's why your ass is begging now. An attractive black woman is an attractive black woman. A shapely black woman is a shapely black woman. Light skin, dark skin, caramel, that don't matter. The racial pyramid scheme. Shout out to you that think that you could jump the racial pyramid scheme if black men don't put you there. Ooh, goddamn. Ooh. Shout out to all of you. K. Michelle, how's that marriage thing going? Ooh, goddamn, Z. Stop, Z. Huh? Shout out to black women who think that if black men don't put them there, that they could do it for themselves. How's that been going? I don't know, for the past 6 decades. If it wasn't for black men, there would be no talk of ass, of hips, if it wasn't for black men. Huh? Shout out to black women. We're going to play that one more again. As a matter of fact, before we do that, let me read these super chats. As a matter of fact, y'all give Z a second because we might have a little bit of technical difficulty. Y'all give Z 1 second. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. And we're back. Okay, I think I fixed it. Okay, yep, it looks like we're fixed. Okay, let's read some of these. And Joe says, and thank you for the super chat, minute late reviews tax. And thank you for the super chat, Joe. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, it's a minute late review. And I definitely wanted to continue to use the title. I haven't used it in a little while. So shout out to all of us that came up with this minute late review. So we just going through some videos, like as BGS says on his channel, we just clock it in. We clock it in today. I think it's important because we're gonna see the reach back. Shout out to Accountable Commentary for calling it. As this environment gets rough and tough and tenuous, you're gonna see the reach back. The reach back will not only be coming from black women. You're going to see black men and black women, definitely the quote unquote elders, try to shame black men to do for these mean, snarky, rude, entitled women, namely, obviously, black women. The black women that just was giving you their ass to kiss, 2 and 3 years ago, the ones that were dancing on Kevin Samuels' grave 3 years ago, the ones that were talking crazy about Kevin Samuels 3 and 4 years ago, the ones that were dancing on Kobe Bryant's grave 4 years ago, right? Those same black women you're supposed to do for now. Huh? Yikes, Trell. Not the juvie, not the juvenile. Huh? So once again, Joe's, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. And KMS says, and thank you for the super chat. Shout out to all the women in wolf's costumes, howling wolf, until the wolves show up. Then they want kid gloves treatment, kid gloves treatment. Nah, nah, yitch. Hashtag dancing with wolves. And for those of you that don't know what KMS is referring to, you should have seen it on my channel already, but I will play. Or did Mr. Z delete it because I need to make space? Goddamn. All right. What can we delete now so that we could play it for you guys? Let's take that off. We'll put that back in a minute if somebody makes reference to it. Give me a second, KMS. We will be. I'll play it in a minute. I will play it in a minute. Right? KMS has another super chat. Let's read that, and then we'll play that when it pops up. And KMS says, never forget, there is a bop right now bragging about swiping left on LeBron James because he's 6'9". Because he's a 6'9" billionaire is too short. Women lie to live. Women lie to live. Right? So let's read that again. Never forget, there's a bop right now bragging about swiping left on LeBron James because he's a 6'9" billionaire is too short. He as a 6'9" billionaire is too short. Hashtag women lie to live. Hysterical. Right? And for this super chat, once again, and this is what KMS was referring to for those of you that didn't see it already. And once again, KMS says, shout out to all the women in wolf costume howling wolf until the wolves show up. Then they want kid gloves treatment. Nah, yitch. Hashtag dancing with wolves. And here y'all go. Here y'all go. Here we go.
I don't want a man who's only going to judge me based on my size. You just called him short. We don't want a woman that's only gonna base us based off our height. The same way he doesn't qualify for you. With your figure, a lot of guys you won't qualify for. Give me a second. That's okay.
Do you want a hug? Okay, you guys are all just like really misogynistic.
How do you define misogyny? I'm just asking how you define misogyny.
Can I go?
The most attractive men you would ever see, I would turn them down immediately over like some like mid white boy.
So you've just made a categorization. So you said there's beautiful men and there's mid men. Why are you able to make an objective determination about someone's physical appearance, but you can't do that to yourself?
I will always consider myself a 10. I do what I want with the way I look.
But how can, if it's...
Bro, you can knock down these specifics. You want me to say I'm like a 9? I don't care what you say. I really don't care what you think about how I look.
That's fine.
Are you alright?
Well, it's kind of like stressful. You're putting me on a podcast to debate how I look, and I've already said...
Sorry to you guys, eardrums. Hey, the last homegirl for real though. Jesus Christ, white women, Jesus Christ. Black women, y'all can't beat them on that one. Look, whether it's small hat white women, I didn't see them drop a tear on a dime too. They might have wasp white women beat. Either way, it's white to Z. Y'all remember the little trend they had? It was scary as hell to Z. The little trend they had a couple of years ago. Was that 2 years ago or was that last year? Where the women, white women, would show you they could drop a tear in at a dime. At the drop of a dime. They could go full on crocodile tears like somebody stole their puppy at the straight dry face. Then they would give you that mischievous look, and at the snap of a finger, boom, straight tears. And you wonder how so many black men got hung, right? You wonder how so many black men got hung in the early 20th century, in the mid 20th century, up until today. You wonder, huh? Imagine they're talking crazy. So the lady, the last lady, especially these mid men, you have good looking men and you have mid men and that. And the second Adam put a little bit of pressure on her, just a little bit. That's his name, right? When he put a little bit of, he didn't even put no real pressure on her shoulders. Nothing. And listen to what she said. I'm always gonna say I'm a 10. Shout out to all that girl sass. All that sass. Huh? I'm always going to say I'm a 10. I'll do what I want. And she literally said it. I'll do what I want. Shout out to South Park. No, they really do be saying it. All right, man, we heard you. You do what you want. We heard you. Like drop a tear at the snap of a finger. And Joe's, are you saying that song in the background? And Joe says, and thank you for the super chat. Like, share, subscribe to the super chat. And Joe says, song is White Hunter TikTok song. Joe's, are you referring to the song, this song right here? And here y'all go. I'm gonna play one more game.
I don't want a man who's only going to judge me based on my size. You just called him short. We don't want a woman that's only gonna base us based off our height. I'm the same way he doesn't qualify for you. With your figure, a lot of guys you won't qualify for.
Give me a second.
That's okay.
Do you want a hug? Okay, you guys are all just like really misogynistic.
How do you define misogyny? I'm just asking how you define misogyny.
Can I go?
The most attractive men you would ever see, I would turn them down immediately over like some like mid white boy.
So you've just made a categorization. So you said there's beautiful men and there's mid men. Why are you able to make an objective determination about someone's physical appearance, but you can't do that to yourself?
I will always consider myself a 10. I do what I want with the way I look.
But how can, if it's...
Bro, you can knock down these specifics. You want me to say I'm like a 9? I don't
care what you say.
I really don't care what you think about how I look.
That's fine.
Are you alright? Well, it's kind of like stressful. You're putting me on a podcast to debate how I look, and I've already said...
You put me on a podcast to debate how I look. She don't even want to take accountability for wanting to be on the podcast. Shout out to all the women that keep on pulling this stunt. You go on to Fresh and Fit. You went on to Kevin. You come onto the whatever podcast. Whatever one of these shows, you get caught up because your arguments are trash. Elementary school insults and arguments. Your arguments, your debating tactics are trash. You thought you was gonna catch Adam up. You thought you were smarter and slicker than you actually are. You thought you were wittier than you actually are. Why? Because some dudes that were trying to smash you in college told you were? Because your homegirls, your frenemies, when y'all on talking terms, keep on telling you, oh, you're so smart, we're so great, you're so great. You found you went onto this podcast knowingly, enthusiastically, willingly. Adam pushed back just a little bit, and you shatter. I don't care how old she is. Is she an adult? Okay then. And you shatter. It's one thing to be like, God damn, I was outmaneuvered, and to be quiet. For you to turn on the crocodile tears. Who's raising these women? Dear America, these are your daughters. These are your daughters that you're demanding that the men pay for. Huh? Exactly what Black Guru said. Somebody got to pay for these hoes. Dear America, these are the women that you're demanding that the men pay for. These are the women that you're chastising us about not dating and then marrying. These women. These are the women that are going to be in divorce court in 5 to 8 to 10 years, telling the judge he didn't do this and he didn't do that and he weaponized incompetence and he left the toilet seat up and he would have washed the dishes. These are the women. These are the women that we know going to try to file for divorce in 5 to 8 to 10 years. If you're lucky, 12 and 15. If you're lucky. That you're demanding that we marry. These women that at the drop of a snap of a finger, drop of a dime, weaponize their tears. Yeah, that's it. Okay, yeah, America. Yeah, that's it. Uh-huh. They're rude, they're snarky, they're dismissive, they're condescending, they're sassy, consumerist, materialistic brats. 7 and 8-year-olds and 20, 30, 40 something, 50 something, 60 something year old women's bodies. And you're demanding that we wife up these women? Your daughters? No. Hey, dear America, if you didn't raise your daughter to be a wife, that took everything to hold that word back. Ooh, oh man, that took everything to hold that word back. Ooh, that hurt. Yeah, hey, y'all ever have to brake so hard the seatbelt hurt? It took everything to roll that word back. Ooh, it was almost there. Oh man. Hold up, Z. Huh? Dear America, if you didn't raise your daughters to be a wife, she gonna be out here forever. Shout out to all you my daughter is queen princess of the universe as dads. Huh? Shout out to you. Your little princess gonna be out here forever. I hope your life insurance money was enough. Huh? I hope that room you have her in, her room, when she graduates from college, she's moving right back in there and she's gonna be there forever. Huh? Yikes. Saint Cyr says their talking points come from one-liners off of TikTok and Twitter. Say that. Absolutely insane. So continuing. Anyway, let's see. That was KMS, and what else we got? Okay, KMS also says if Black women see themselves as goddesses, it makes sense that they see God, white man, as their proper mate, and anyone who is not God as units built to worship them. Ooh. Ooh. Say that.
I don't know if I ever told you this. This is a story, essentially, of how I started liking white men. Really weird. It could be funny. I don't know. But it was a movie when I was 5-ish years old, maybe 6, when I saw Superman for the very first time, and it was one of the original Superman starring Christopher Reeves. If you don't know who Christopher Reeves is, he passed away. However, he was a really good actor. But I was super fascinated with Superman and the thought of a white man saving me from poverty. I don't know, but at 5, I didn't think that way. It was more of the start of my fascination of white men and my attraction. Because even at 7, 8 years old, I was always attracted to like white teachers. My baby father is not white, so it was not like.
Reach out for Superman. I hear you. Huh?
Superman could have saved your child.
Huh? Shout out to all the black women who like to play victims of black men. And the reason why you're dating out is because black men ain't this and black men ain't that and black men haven't done this and black men haven't done that. Shout out to all the black women in particular who frame the argument like that. When we let you talk long enough, well, you sound like this young lady now, don't you? Huh? Shout out to the black women. We know what your real issue is. Yikes. And thank you for the super chat, KMS. Thank you for the super chat. Exactly. If black women see themselves as goddesses, it makes sense that they see God, white man, as their proper mate, and anyone who is not God as unit built to worship them. Hey, KMS is telling the 150% truth, but unfortunately for y'all, the actual video that perfectly, or meme, that perfectly encapsulate what KMS is torture. Oh no, Z, please, God, for the love of God, Z.
As a man, if you don't have house court job, don't look for a woman with house court job. And for the men that complain about women that do that, look for a man that has all three, and they don't have all three. We can do that. We are women. You want us. You need us. Y'all want one thing from us. And mad because we boss y'all around because you're a fucking servant. You're a provider, right? You're a protector, right? You're a security guard and you're a goddamn assistant. Know your place. Stop being contradicting and bow down. Because I'm sick of it.
And Telescope says, as a successful brother with a successful daughter who's married, Telescope says, speaking as a father of a daughter, it's better for you to raise your daughter to not be an asshole than raise her to think she's a princess. Y'all heard it, right? Hey, somebody told me y'all ain't really liking up the video, right? And Saint Cyr says 117 viewing and 59 likes. Hit the like button or be be stuck with Munchkin. Look, y'all so lucky. Charlotte's like the only person that could deal with the dial-up tone, or the internet dial-up tone sound. Y'all so I keep on forgetting to torture y'all with that. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. Don't worry about it. I'm gonna get you. Shout out to Better You. Better You is the one who started saying Z be torturing us, waterboarding us with Munchkin. Huh? Z, I never thought you was into BDSM. What the hell you got going on? Oh man, look. The reason, if I never said it, I've said it a couple of times, but for those of you that might be new to the channel, the reason why I spam Munchkin, right? And shout out to Adric, because Adric is the one who I first saw. I don't know if he was the first one to say it, but he's the first person I saw call her Munchkin. So shout out to Adric. The reason why I play almost every stream, I gotta play her at least once a stream. The reason why is because I think what she says so perfectly encapsulates what the hell we be talking about in the Black Manosphere. It so perfectly encapsulates what we're talking about over here. Her attitude, what she actually says, the gynocracy, it's like chef's kiss. She said it and she wasn't joking, she wasn't being funny. She said it with the perfect amount of attitude. It's just chef's kiss. And it didn't take her 20 minutes to get out. She said this in a minute. Huh? She looks like many black women. Her size is the size of many black women. Her hairstyle is the hairstyle of many black women. Her skin tone is the skin tone of many black women. It's just like chef's kiss perfect. There's a reason why Mr. Z plays that over and over and over again. It's chef's kiss perfect about what we're talking about here. right? So there's a reason for those of you that wonder why Z play that video so goddamn often. It's perfect, yo. Right? It's perfect. I'm not saying it's perfect in a good way, right? Cheryl says because you're a sadist. And shout out to who corrected me about the difference between masochist and sadist, because I like used the wrong word the wrong way a couple of streams ago. I think, was it sadist? One of y'all corrected me. I don't know. I read it in the comments later, right? But yeah, it's Chef's Kiss perfect, right? I ain't gonna read y'all comments right now. Grab second gear, Eddie. Huh? Oh man. Sacer says, Factual, Z is a sicko. No, hey, you know, much of my arguments, you never know who's going to be listening. You never know, right? We make the assumption that these folks don't listen to Z, right? Or at least Z makes the assumption. Y'all are better than me. Y'all make the assumption that they might be listening. I don't think they can hack it. I think maybe FD occasionally peeks in over here. I think if I tag Chrissy, maybe she'll listen so that she could mention me, or well, make mention of me without actually saying my name. But cool. But most of these folks, I don't think can hack it. Definitely not for no 2-3 hours. How long I'll be streaming half the time. With that, assuming that they might listen in, it's really difficult to argue against Z in good faith. And that's assuming they're arguing in good faith or debating in good faith. They're not, but okay, fine. After I play Munchkin, huh? It's really difficult to debate me after I play the young lady saying, and what we make black men put up with, these non-black men are not going to go for that. Like, it's really difficult to debate me after I play that. A black woman just overtly saying it, huh? It's really difficult to debate me after I play a young lady saying, if I earn more than you, I will belittle you.
That if you are broke and I choose to deal with you, I will belittle you. It is what it is.
How do you debate me after that? Huh? How do you debate me after that? How do you debate me after this?
I miss when men used to protect, provide, and shut up.
How do you debate me after that? Huh? How do you debate me when she's not black, or at least she doesn't look any type of black? How do you debate me about black women being lonely or women being lonely and pretending like they're not? No, these women are good. Y'all the ones over here with the struggle streams and the angry streams. Well, Mr. Z is definitely struggle streaming, but angry streams, eh. How do you debate me after this young lady says this?
Look at me. If you were a single woman in Charlotte, North Carolina, look at me, okay? I was feeling great about myself. I was like, I'm a bad bitch. I'm single. I don't need no man. I actually really would love a man, and I do need a man. But just, this is what we say when we're single and we just want to... Anyway, focus, Medina.
This is what we say when we're single and we want to what? BS myself and BS other people? How do you debate me after that? Huh? How do you debate me after this?
This is what I tell average looking and below average looking women. If you can't date up, be alone. Life is easier that way. And I know that's controversial. I don't care.
Huh? Black men are shallow and black men and they're not stepping up and How do you debate me after that? How do you debate me that the women will get on the program if you got to write enough money, and the women want patriarchy by feminist specifications? How do you debate me, that's what Western women, American women are on after this?
In honor of me graduating college this week, I was like, you know what? We're going to rip the Band-Aid off. We're going to check our student loan debt. And I kind of had a ballpark range. Like, I knew how much I owed, not down to like the exact dollar amount. I'm the type of person who gets nervous to check their bank account after a weekend out. So I took a look. I took a hard gander at exactly how much money I owe. I'm going to die with it. Like, I can confidently say there wasn't even like a panic. It was just like my heart sank to my I'm going to die with it. Like, I don't know any way I'm going to be able to pay that off, other than selling my organs on the black market. This is why I don't understand why people shit on sugar babies, because like I could get this all paid off tomorrow. maybe not tomorrow, but you know what I mean, like within the year. If I just found a rich man and everyone's like, patriarchy, don't work for them. Ask not what you can do for the patriarchy, but what the patriarchy can do for you. If it benefits me, then maybe it's not the patriarchy, maybe it's just a helping hand.
Huh? If it benefits me, maybe it's not the patriarchy, maybe it's a helping hand. Listen to what the white woman said. If it benefits me, maybe it's not the patriarchy, maybe it's a helping hand. God damn. Now, what black women are saying is, well, of course the white women say that we don't even have the luxury. That's Kim Foster and her cohort coming out the woodworks. Y'all trying to tell me there's not black women that think just like that? If it benefits me, maybe it's not the patriarchy, maybe it's a helping hand. I told y'all they rah anti-patriarchy until the rich, tall, good-looking white dude walk in the room and all women start bowing. I said it as disrespectful as I meant it. Z, you said that backwards. I mean it as disrespectful as I said it. There you go. The rich, tall, good-looking white dude walk in the room, all that anti-patriarchy talk go out the window. Much of that LGBTQ talk go out the window too. Ooh, goddamn, Z. A lot of these women are LGBTQ. Okay, fine. Y'all not worshiping at the altar of just white women. Cool. Michael B. Jordan or Chris Evans walk in the room. Or Henry Cavill walk in the room. A lot of these LGBTQ women, all that crap go out the window. Now they're sexually fluid. Ooh, goddamn. What happened? Huh? Yeah, you was rah down with the patriarchy. Henry Cavill just walked in the room and he's holding the banner of patriarchy. He's waving the banner of patriarchy. What happened? All that rah anti-patriarchy talk fell right out the window. Huh? Ain't that right, Mr. Blasio? Ooh, Z, stop, Z. They're gonna find you one day, Z. Huh? Yikes. Okay, I gotta read this in succession. And by the way, I realized what song you were talking about. You were talking about the song from Only Logical, the White Hunter song. So I got it. Let me, yeah. Shout out to who actually mentioned it earlier. I don't know why I was thinking about the background song for the clip that I played with the women dropping a tear, dropping a tear at the drop of a dime. And I don't know why it took me so long to register that. Don't worry about it. Z be having his moments. And KMS, so we'll read this and then we'll go into the other comment. And KMS says, and thank you for the super chat. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat. KMS says, if black women see themselves as goddesses, it makes sense that they see God, white men, as their proper mate, and anyone who is not God as units built to worship them. And then he continues and says, continuing, thus a black man choosing any woman outside of black women is seen as idolatry. Ooh, goddamn. Breaking the first commandment. Ooh, goddamn. How dare you worship another chick above me? And you know what we have that is the perfect example of what you're talking about, KMS? There you go.
Men in Germany are treated way differently than black women in Germany. Black men are appreciated in Germany. Black men are put in a cultural sense, in a societal sense, you are seen as interesting, whereas black women are seen as lesser.
An experience,
a novelty in which you can approach voyeuristically, and it's dehumanizing. I was a member at Soho House, and I remember seeing a black man sitting there, and there was all these white women around him glorifying him, gawking at the fact that he was existing. And I think black men need to acknowledge that their lived experience in Germany is disproportional to that of a black woman in Germany.
Exactly what KMS just said. Ladies, we got evidence of, hey, bro. Hey. Huh? Yikes. And thank you for that super chat, KMS. Thank you for that super chat. I should have read that second part earlier. Exactly. Let me read this one now. And Joe says, down with the patriarchy, but you are you have a hotel car key from old dude because you're about to get that work. Don't forget those yacht trips. Ooh, huh? Yikes. They out here with the white dudes like that, but Z, they are out here with the white dudes like that. And you know this, Z. You know how you know this?
She had a weird conversation with me, like 2 months into us dating. It made me think that she had some like different motives to dating me. Made me uncomfortable. She was like, Jeff, I'm happy to finally be with a white man. Black dudes, you can't trust them. They're just gonna cheat on you. They ain't. You know how uncomfortable you feel right now? Imagine how I felt. This is in real life for me. This is just a story for you. I felt uncomfortable as shit. I didn't know what to do. So I talked to a black friend of mine. His name's Josh. I was like, Josh, told him the whole story. He's like, Jeff, I'll tell you what you got to do, but you might not like it. I'm like, all right, let me have it. He's like, Jeff, for the culture, you got to cheat on that. That's what...
Huh? Yikes. That's black women. How do white women sound about patriarchy? Once again, shout out to Joe's. Where's that clip, Joe's? Wait a minute. I just played it like a minute ago. There we go. Shout out to Joe's. How do white women actually sound about patriarchy?
In honor of me graduating college this week, I was like, you know what? We're going to rip the Band-Aid off. We're going to check our student loan debt. And I kind of at a ballpark range, like I knew how much I owed. Not down to like the exact dollar amount. I'm the type of person who gets nervous to check their bank account after a weekend out. So I took a look. I took a hard gander at exactly how much money I owe. I'm gonna die with it. Like I can confidently say there wasn't even like a panic. It was just like my heart sank to my I'm gonna die with it. Like I don't know any way I'm gonna be able to pay that off other than selling my organs on the black market. This is why I don't understand why people shit on sugar babies, because like I could get this all paid off tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow, but you know what I mean, like within the year. If I just found a rich man and everyone's like, patriarchy, don't work for them. Ask not what you can do for the patriarchy, but what the patriarchy can do for you. If it benefits me, then maybe it's not the patriarchy, maybe it's just a helping hand.
And thank you for the super chat, Joes. And as a matter of fact, let me read this one now too. And if you could send me some of these videos, Joes, I would love to see them, right? Because I would love to do a stream about it. And Joe says there were TikToks of older women warning younger women to stop oversharing because you're quote unquote you're messing up the game. They all knew the game. Oof. Right? Yikes. And the reason y'all heard Z chuckling, thank you for the super chat, Joes. If you could send me some of them, please, for the love of God, right? Y'all know Z good for it. And Trell says for the culture, and I'll play it again for you, Trell. Here you go. Y'all give Z 1 second for the culture, for real. And Trell always says that whenever I play this. Here y'all go. And thank you for the super chat, Trell. Hey, there you go.
She had a weird conversation with me. Like 2 months into us dating, it made me think that she had some like different motives to dating me. Made me uncomfortable. She was like, Jeff, I'm happy to finally be with a white man. Black dudes, you can't trust them. They're just gonna cheat on you. They ain't. You know how uncomfortable you feel right now? Imagine how I felt. This is in real life for me. This is just a story for you. I felt uncomfortable as shit. I didn't know what to do. So I talked to a black friend of mine. His name's Josh. I was like, Josh, told him the whole story. He's like, Jeff, I'll tell you what you got to do, but you might not like it. I'm like, all right, let me have it. He's like, Jeff, for the culture, you got to cheat on that. That's what...
For the culture, shout out to Trill. And continuing, thank you for that. And we read that. Oh yeah, we read Joe's. So yeah, that and Trill. And Rush says, you're on fire today. I tried, brother. I try. Right? Reckless streams. This is a reckless streams, though. This is a reckless streams. It definitely is a reckless streams, but I try. And thank you for the super chat. Y'all already know. Reckless stream. Don't put it in the comments. Y'all know how this goes. And Starman says, pincushion equal black women or women of color who will let primarily white men have full ghetto gagger type tryst without commitment. and we know this, right? And we know. Let me see. Where's a clip that I have related to that? Oh, talk about that. And let's read that again, Starman. Pincushion equal black women or women of color who would let primarily white men have full ghetto gagger type tryst without commitment. You know how we know that?
I'm speaking on the behalf of all white dudes that date black girls.
Can y'all stop fucking calling us massa?
Like, what the fuck do I... You know what you're doing. You know, like, what the fuck am I supposed to say? And y'all be thinking it's funny as shit. You be laughing your ass off, having the time of your life. Girl, fuck you.
I want black women to have a lot more self-respect than they do now. Kind of just like worshiping white guys. Worshiping white guys. Worshiping white guys.
This is sad. It's getting sad now. It's getting real sad now. It's getting real sad now.
You know what's sad? You know what the white guys are doing to their esophagus. Oh boy, what are the white guys doing, Z? Hey, getting all his little experiences in with you, learning all his little moves with you, then he gonna turn around, leave your ass, or be such an asshole, which is a lot because a black woman ain't letting go of no white man. Be such an asshole that you finally break up with him. Ooh, that takes a lot. And then next time you see him, he's with a white woman. Ain't that right, K. Michelle? Ooh, goddamn. Shout out to Ryan Lochte. Huh? Ah. Right? Yikes. And Starman, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Ah, talk about cruel tutelage. Right? And Joe says she's definitely gonna, excuse me, read that wrong because I thought it was definitely a then gonna, but okay. She's gonna definitely not want black men to know until she posted on TikTok for everyone to see. And I think we're gonna play this one more again, right? We're gonna play this one more again because I actually should have played something after this, but Mr. Z was slacking, right? Slipping. And shout out to Only Logical. And shout out to Edward Anderson. Y'all just figure it out. Y'all don't know why. For those of you that don't know why I said Ed afterward, y'all don't know. But once again, shout out to Only Logical. Here we go.
This is for the simps. This is your chance to clean up.
They're like hunters searching for meat. White meat, this babes are in heat.
Wait, I like the black one better because black on black on black on black. Of course you When did I become such a blackie?
Doesn't matter where he comes from, as long as it's white. It could be young or old.
All those lips. You know what Brad had her doing with those lips.
Here's a white and available. Those babes are desperate for a whitey. No black man stands a chance. Oh. If you're black, nothing for you. But if you're white, there's something for you. In the world, white is right, but black is wrong. If you're black, nothing for you. If you're white, there's plenty for you. Desperate babes on the prowl, in search of a white man. The white man, white man, the white man, white man, in search of a whitey. A whitey, whitey, a whitey, whitey. Some of them are desperate. Ooh, so desperate just to hook a whitey to marry. It could be English, American.
You young brothers better don't fall for this.
Or a nation, just as long as his skin is white.
Dating a white dude whose parents don't like dark-skinned black girls is honestly so fucking weird, because
y'all will be talking for XYZ amount of time, and then all of a sudden this man won't talk to you, he won't even acknowledge you, and then he'll pop out with a light-skinned girl or he'll pop out with a white bitch, and that's how you gotta find
His uncle wasn't gonna give him the classic Chevy pickup truck.
And then whenever you ask him about that shit,
or God forbid that you do ask the nigga
about why he don't fuck with black girls, it's it just didn't work out. No, baby.
You just don't know how to confront your parents with your actual type. It's okay though.
He wasn't gonna give up the $250,000 life insurance policy.
Mario, Jorge, Cartwright, Shang Tsung, we got a thrift store of leftover bitches. They're leftover because apparently it ain't enough niggas is worth a damn. Whatever. Point is they left over. We need you to come pick them up. No instruction manual. Figure it out. Sprinkle some white ice on it. Maybe, I've heard the white ice is colder. Sprinkle some white ice on it. It goes with everything. If you come within the next 24 hours, we'll give you a complimentary book on how to date black women for white men. That's a $4 value.
Where did Ed get that's a $4 value from? I will never know. But it's funny the whole way through. But the first time I ever heard him say that's a $4 value, oh, I thought I was gonna lose a lung. Oh man. Look, black women, go over there. We know. Look, Mr. Z ain't never ever lied to himself about what country he live in and what society he live in. Right? Ain't never ever. Right? Mr. Z has never, that whole once you go black, you never go back. That's a lie. Huh? If she could hide it from the white guy, or if the white guy is one of those, and it's super rare, that don't feel like he lost something because his chick that got smashed out by a black dude before, and let's be very clear, that's super rare. Huh? You know how many small head white women then got thrashed enthusiastically by black men all in college? Next time you see her posted up in her pictures when she's 29 years old and 30 and 31 years old, she with the frumpy small hat dude. She used to be getting thrashed by 5'11", 6 foot, 6'1", 6'2", huh? Tyrone in college. Now she with the frumpy small hat. Huh? Yikes. And so if that's the case for white women, what y'all think it is for white men? Don't ever let that interracial marriage rate fool y'all. For white men or for black women. Far more white men have smashed black women. Far, far, far more. When they said 0.5% of white men are married to black women or something along those lines, you think, oh, fine, you think only 1% of white men have had relations with a black woman? All right. Huh? Yikes. Huh? And Joe says, it's a $4 value because it's been used. Oh, no. Huh? Yikes, I got to play it again then. Shout out to Joseph. Thank you for the super chat. Here you go.
Mario, Jorge, Cartwright, Shang Tsung, we got a thrift store of leftover bitches. They're leftover because apparently it ain't enough niggas is worth a damn. Whatever. Point is they left over. We need you to come pick them up. No instruction manual. Figure it out. Sprinkle some white ice on it. Maybe, I've heard the white ice is colder. Sprinkle some white ice on it. It goes with everything. If you come within the next 24 hours, we'll give you a complimentary book on how to date black women for white men. That's a $4 value.
And shout out to Joseph. Thank you for the super chat. You're not the only one that wanted me to run it back. Trell said, run back the guy. That's like 4.5 minutes long, Trell. All right, you got it. You got it. You paid for it. And Trell says, Run that bit back. And here you go. Here you go. Where is it? Where did it go? Here you go. Damn, forget 4.5 minutes. Damn, near 5 minutes. There you go.
This is for the simps. This is your chance to clean up.
They're like hunters searching for meat. White meat, there's babes in heat.
Wait, I like the black one better because black on black on black on black. Of course you When did I become such a blackie?
Doesn't matter where he comes from, as long as it's white. And he could be young or old, it really doesn't matter, as long as he's white and available. There's babes so desperate for a whitey. No black man stands a chance. Oh. If you're black, nothing for you. But if you're white, there's something for you. In the world, white is right, but black is wrong. If you're black, nothing for you. If you're white, there's plenty for you. Desperate babes on the prowl, in search of a white man. The white man, white man, the white man, white man, in search of a whitey, a whitey, whitey, a whitey, whitey. Some of them are desperate, ooh, so desperate, just to hook a whitey to marry. It could be English, American, even Indian, or a nation, just as long as his skin is white.
Dating a white dude whose parents don't like dark-skinned black girls is honestly so fucking weird, because
y'all will be talking for XYZ amount of time,
and then all of a sudden this man won't talk to you, he won't even acknowledge you,
and then he'll pop out with a light-skinned girl or he'll pop out with a white bitch.
and that's how you gotta find out that his parents don't like black people for real. And then whenever you ask him about that shit,
Or God forbid that you do ask the nigga
about why he don't fuck with black girls, it's, oh, it just didn't work out. No, baby.
you just don't know how to confront your parents with your actual type.
It's okay though. You could've just said that.
I fear I might have to change my type and who I date. In reference to, what am I trying to say? I think I should start dating white men. Okay, I said it. Okay, I think I should start dating white men. Please, don't fight me. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. Okay, I'm gonna tell you why. The way that they just treat some of them, not all of them. Okay, some of them. The way that they treat black women, and I've dated a white man before. Well, he was a little mixed, but he was white. Okay, he was white, and I'm not gonna lie, that was by far the best I've ever been treated. I've never felt like super special in like the way that they make you feel by a black man, and by no means am I saying that black men cannot make black women feel special. I'm just saying I've never had that experience, and I've only ever had that with a white man. And white men in general, like they just really cater to their black women, and I love that. I love that so much. And even just seeing other interracial couples where it's like a white man and a black woman, like I love that duo. But I fear I'm gonna have to, I don't know, but it's kind of hard finding white men that are like really attractive that like black girls. Like where I live, it really is kind of hard. I'm not gonna lie, like seriously. But yeah, I think it's time for me to go ahead and, because at first when I had around the time I was dating my white man, I was more open to other races, and then after that I kind of switched back. I was still like I'm not really feeling black men, and then I started talking to black men again, and that's all I talk to, but it has yet to be working. I keep getting disappointed, and I'm tired of it. Like whenever I think of like the type of love I want, a black man never comes to my mind to giving me that. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know. And then I'm also having an issue where like it's hard finding men that I'm attracted to, but that also has everything that I like in a man. Like I'll find a man that I like, but he's not that cute, you know, or I'll find a man that I think is really cute and I like, but he's not doing everything I need him to do, or he's not showing the effort, you know, or like he may not like me as much as I like him. It's really a back and forth, and I hate it. I hate it so much. Like it's just exhausting. It's getting too much. Like like just please, just give me my white man, you know, just give me my white man and I'll be good.
It's okay, and he has, some of them will kill, will still will destroy, just to get a white.
You know, Homegirl, the one before the last video, and when she says, you know, you just are afraid to confront your parents about your type. Okay, let's go with it. Let me tell you what he's gonna do. He's gonna marry a white woman. He gonna cheat on her with one of you sisters who know he's married. Ooh, goddamn. Ooh. And if he becomes a nurse or a doctor, y'all will have lunch break and he'll be smashing you in the car or smashing you in one of those janitor's closets. Okay, cool. If he works in an office, you'll be giving him some sloppy toppy under the desk like you goddamn Bill Clinton or something like that. Or like he's Bill Clinton, better yet. Once again, you knowing he's married. That's what's gonna happen. So if his thing is a dark-skinned black woman, dark-skinned slim black woman, but his parents said absolutely not, we ain't paying your tuition, you ain't getting the classic Mustang, you're not getting your parents, your grandparents classic, you know, old school Chevy truck or whatever the hell, if that's the threat, then yeah, he'll publicly date a white woman and he'll marry a white woman, and he gonna cheat on her with a dark-skinned black woman. And that dark-skinned black woman will know he's married and she gonna go anyway. Ooh, goddamn. Just for the one-off chance that she might be Miss Cartwright one day. Maybe, possibly, maybe, one day, possibly. And it ain't gonna happen. That's what's gonna happen. Somebody wanna tell Z he lying? No? Yikes. And Calrus, I think that's how you pronounce it, she said it's hard to find a white man. Yeah, well, y'all, give me a second, actually. Give me a second. Regular streams, y'all already know. I'm gonna be able to read that in a minute. Give me a second. Give me a second. Right. But I think I'm gonna read it fully in a minute. But yeah, just because it's difficult to find a white guy that's into black women, or any non-black man that's into, and let's be clear, like, are there more men that would do something more if there wasn't social pressures? Yeah, probably. But imagine what you're telling him to do. And remember, these are the same people that claim all type of black men don't know how to value family and don't know how to value black women and don't know. Yeah, okay, fine. Then guess what? The other people that do, their parents, their mothers and fathers get to pull rank. Their aunts and uncles get to pull rank. Their grandparents get to pull rank. Their older cousins get to pull rank. And if they say we don't want you with that Negro itch, then guess what? That's what it means. And Kara says, she said it's hard to find white men, but in the same breath, she says she loves how they treat her. So something that I appreciate about this type of conversation is that people are lying. Black women in particular are just lying. They're lying about their experiences with non-black men. They're lying about their treatment. They're lying about how generous these men are. They're lying. They're lying. They're attempting to use the mythical, magical white man as a whip to get black men to do the things that these mythical, magical white men are supposedly doing. Mr. Z is kind of beating himself up, but there was a Twitter thread back in the day. Mr. Z, you ain't gonna call it the other name? I'm not calling it the other name. There was a Twitter thread maybe about a year and a half ago, close to 2 years ago maybe, where a black woman did one of those, you know what I like with white men, before y'all even go on the first date, they're gonna pay for your hair, pay for your nails, do this, do that, do this. And it was about maybe 6, 7 white guys that descended into her Twitter thread and were like, who are you talking about? Not me or none of my friends. I don't know what white men you're talking about. Because they're just lying. The mythical, magical white man, the Latino, the Asian man. Homegirl I used to work with in the Florida Democratic Party, Asian young lady. I spoke to her years ago. This is a while ago at this point. But we spoke for a little while. on the phone, and she was telling me about the Asian dude that did her dirty. She's an Asian woman, and the Asian dude did her dirty. You trying to tell me an Asian dude gonna do an Asian woman dirty and not a black woman? Okay, yeah, that's it. Huh? That's hysterical, Tro. The way Buddy Roll is moving, he would do something because yeah, right. He acquired that company and he fired half the staff, quick, fast, in a hurry. Huh? And what another thing that people have to appreciate is like what type of white dudes. Because like if you're in certain parts of New York, and notice what I'm saying, certain parts of New York, maybe New Jersey, that tri-state area up there. Maybe if you're in certain parts of California, you notice I said the whole state, right? Not just LA. Certain parts of Texas, maybe. Yeah, they're more conservative, but yeah, certain parts of Texas, certain parts of South Florida, maybe you can catch a white Latino. Huh? Maybe Chicago, Ohio, maybe. Yeah, okay, maybe. Okay, yeah. Is that equaling marriage though? Right? And this going to what Telescope said here. In vast parts of this country, that I'll get me a white man stuff is easier said than done. And that's all black women are doing. That black women, it's a power thing for them. Whether they realize it or not, they can't let black men know they don't got nowhere else to go. That's why BGS keep on playing it. I got nowhere else to go. Black women don't got nowhere else to go for the most part. Most black women, if they can't make it work with a black man, they don't got nowhere else to go. Why do you think so many black women are same-sex loving? There's nowhere else to go. If she's looking for anything even remotely serious, there's nowhere else to go. And what they don't want to come to terms with is if they can't make it work with black men, there's nowhere else to go. And it doesn't apply to black men. Black men can move about interracial sex, interracial relationships in a way black women cannot. And it's okay to admit it, but they cannot. Why? Because of the power dynamic that admitting that instantly creates a power dynamic that black women just do not want to accept. And they definitely don't want you as a black man to appreciate that she got to get on your program. Because you can leave her for a Latina or a white girl way quicker than she can leave you for the white guy. The white guy will smash. Her white co-worker, her Latino co-worker will smash, right? He will smash. But Mary, that's a whole different conversation. And y'all gives you a second, y'all talk amongst yourselves. And while we're doing that, let me do this for you guys. Y'all gives you a second. Here we go, y'all. And we're back, right? Smitty, yes. Yeah, that's a piano cover of Kanye's Power, right? So yeah, definitely, right? So yeah, the vast majority, and it's the way America's built. It's the way America is built, yo. Mindy Kaling is a rich, famous South Asian woman, excuse me, South Asian woman with a complex, y'all. With a complex. If I'm not mistaken, so because I've been saying it for a while, somebody correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't she a baby mama to some white dude? South Asians don't do baby mamaism, huh? These women of color, especially, want to be validated by the man. Hypergamy doesn't end at the color line, yo. And you watch, nobody wants to tackle that. No one wants to tackle women's hypergamy. No one. The left don't want to tackle it. The right doesn't want to tackle it. No one wants to tackle it, right? No one wants to tackle because it goes against much of what they talk about, particularly on the left. The left, for the love of God, if you want to crush the left, just bring up hypergamy and particularly racial hypergamy and watch the left crumble, huh? Watch the left crumble. There, I just gave y'all the poison pill for the left. Just bring up women in their hypergamy, and what the left don't know what to do with it. They start stuttering and fumbling and bumbling. No? Because it goes against the entire feminist project. The second you start telling them, yeah, but the women said they would rather die than be equal in a relationship. Now they're going to try to come up with all type of different, well, you know, we're going to invest more emotionally in emotional investment in this, in the emotional intelligence, in the emotional labor, in the carrying of kids. They're going to try to find every other way to kind of skirt the fact that the women said hypergamy or death. Huh? Huh? You want the left to struggle? Bring up racial hypergamy and watch them crumble. They don't got an answer for that. So as Telescope is saying here, like, look, talking all that white man stuff, yeah, that sound nice. Talking all that white man stuff, don't get me a white man. Yeah, black women in particular. But even some Latinas, if you're too indigenous looking, it's done. It's done. Huh? All that I'm gonna go get me a white man stuff? Yeah, all right. Huh? And like I said before, these women of color, they'll tell you about their one white husband. They'll never tell you how many white dudes done smash. Huh? How many Latinos, damn mestizo white Latinos done smash? Huh? They'll never tell you that. They'll tell all you know is about that one white husband, that one white boyfriend they've been in a relationship with for 3 and 4 years. That power dynamic is real, y'all. And what manhood is meant to symbolize. And that's why y'all see Mr. Z go at FD signifier or what's her face? Kim Foster, because nobody want to address that. Everybody has these theories that when you put them to the test, they crumble. I said this the other day, and shout out to y'all, but I was really like annoyed. I'm like, wait a minute, Miss Foster. Wait a minute. You actually really never considered that the women torch the social contract so you don't get romance? You never really considered that romance was built off of men's position in this society, juxtaposition to women's position in this society? And that romance was part of the performance of men, the dance of men? I'm going to say it again. Miss Foster, you are a Harvard graduate. Mr. Z is a community college dropout. We've been talking about this for years in the Black Manosphere. I literally put words to this without the help of BGS or any other Black men content creators. And you, who graduated from Harvard, needed Dr. Sabrina Strings to write a book about it for you to get it? Would you think men were just handing out romance just because? You didn't see it as the performance, as the dance, as the agreement? Wait, so y'all think y'all gonna shred, y'all gonna come over here with your militant ass feminism and what you not gonna do, what you not gonna settle for, who you deserving of, and the men to be this and that, and the men weaponizing competence and every chance y'all get, particularly Black women, to disparage Black men, y'all take it. And then the men were still supposed to be romantic? Huh? The men were still supposed to perform these overtures of romance? These grand gestures of romance? For what? For mean, snarky, rude, entitled, condescending, mean, sassy, smug assholes? Tying that to what Mr. Z was saying before, no wonder so many women are making a mad dash for the white men, particularly the elite white men, because y'all still want patriarchy. You don't want to call it patriarchy. So what do? You go for the elite men that represent patriarchy. Ooh, Z, y'all are cowards. Y'all are going for the elite rich white men, the elite men in general, but obviously if you could get your elite rich white man, icing on the cake. Because he more perfectly symbolizes patriarchy. Whether he actually engages with it, hands-on with patriarchy or not, his position is the patriarchy. His elite position in the society, his wealth, his income, his status, his skin color is the patriarchy. Y'all are cowards. If y'all want to know why, and I promise you, if Mr. Z gets it, FD gets it, consciously gets it, FD gets it, Foreign Man in the Foreign Land gets it, Alvin gets it, Eddie gets it, they all get it. Josh gets it, they all get it. If Mr. Z get it, they get it. They're too cowardly to mention. Actually, let's take that back. Foreign kind of subtly suggested it one time on waving the red flag. He was going there. He didn't go all the way there. He was going there though. FD plays with it occasionally. He'll mention something here and there. He know what it is. Kim Foster, on the other hand, nothing. Huh? No. The women want patriarchy by feminist specifications. And ending up with an elite man, particularly an elite white man, is the best way to practice that. You get the elite rich white man, so you could be a stay-at-home mother if you want. Huh? You get to do all of that stuff. But you also get to do your class thing and look down on others. Huh? You get to do your classism stuff and look down on others and condescend to Black men. Oh, you know, a bunch of Black women just jizz their pants just at thinking about it. Just imagining condescending to Black men because you got a rich white husband. A bunch of Black women just jizz their pants just now. Check their panties, they're wet. Huh? So a bunch of women of color and white women, they think they're slick. They want the rich white elite men. They want the rich white elite men and the elite men in general, not just because of status, but because they still get to engage with the patriarchy. The men that are in better positions than you, have more money and wealth than you, have the status. But you can also say, no, it's not the patriarchy. It's just we fell in love. He knew how to speak to me. He read these type of books. He's a good ally. Yeah, but he also makes $500,000 a year. What about that part? That's the biggest, most important part. If he was making $40,000 a year, you would not be with him. He's making $250,000 a year. That's the most important part. You wouldn't care what type of ally he is if he was making $37,000 a year. Miss me. Huh? Yikes. So yeah, that's what the white man, especially the elite rich white men, that's what they represent for these women, particularly women of color. The rah feminists. Like I said, you send Henry Cavill in the room and let's see how many of them are still rah feminists. Okay, they're not into white dudes. You send Michael B. Jordan in the room or whoever the hell they find attractive. Let's see how many of them are still claiming LGBTQ. Let's see how many of them are claiming still anti-patriarchy and anti-systems of oppression and la 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 la. Right? Even Kim Foster said something like, y'all are feminists in the streets and pick-me's in the sheets or something like that. Even she said that because she know what it is. All that rah anti-patriarchy talk sound real good, but that white girl let y'all know exactly what it is. They be talking that, but they don't really mean it.
In honor of me graduating college this week, I was like, you know what? We're going to rip the Band-Aid off. We're going to check our student loan debt. And I, kind of at a ballpark range, like I knew how much I owed. Not down to like the exact dollar amount. I'm the type of person who gets nervous to check their bank account after a weekend out. So I took a look. I took a hard gander at exactly how much money I owe. I'm gonna die with it. Like I can confidently say there wasn't even like a panic. It was just like my heart sank to my ass. I'm gonna die with it. Like I don't know any way I'm gonna be able to pay that off other than selling my organs on the black market. This is why I don't understand why people shit on sugar babies, because like I could get this all paid off tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow, but you know what I mean, like within the year. If I just found a rich man and everyone's like, patriarchy, don't work for them. Ask not what you can do for the patriarchy, but what the patriarchy can do for you. If it benefits me, then maybe it's not the patriarchy, maybe it's just a helping hand.
If it benefits me, maybe it's not the patriarchy, maybe it's a helping hand. Look, that's all you need to hear. Once you hear that, ain't no more talk. Huh? Shout out to Willie D. Ain't no more talk. No more talk. There's none. She lets you know exactly what it is. If it benefits me, is it the patriarchy or is it a helping hand? Something like that, right? What else y'all need to hear? That is the going model for women, you know, the world around, right? The world over. That's the going model, particularly in the West, particularly in these developed countries. What they're telling you is most of you are too poor to be patriarchs. You have to hear my mouth and my attitude. You have to deal with however big I want to get, whatever sass I want to give you, because you don't make enough. And I just wish the women would just overtly say it. Actually, there's a handful. I actually do remember the videos. There's a handful of black women who have actually said it before. Let me take that back. Some black women have actually said it. White women, maybe not so much. Latina women, not so much. Black women, oh yeah, they definitely have said it. Huh? So there you go. Look, Telescope then got my dander up. But yeah, no, look, getting a white man, that's that all that rah talk. Shout out to black women. We see your threat. The reason why your threat won't go through is not because of you, black women. It's because of white men. It's because of Latino men. It's because of Asian men, South and Southeast Asian men. You could threaten us with these mythical, magical white men. Read all non-black men when I say white men. You could threaten us with these mythical, magical white men all you want. The problem y'all have is getting the white men to go along with it. That's your problem. Right? Shout out to the black women that I played today that straight up said it, the white guys ain't going. The problem is the white guy, not enough of these white guys are going. You're bad. Huh? Yikes. Y'all straight up saying y'all into the white guys that are not into you. Talk about hurt. Huh? So on that note, y'all, we're gonna pause right here. Right? Love, peace, and chicken grease. Y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content. Look, Z almost at 3 hours. Boy, y'all be getting me close to 3 hours every stream, right? And yeah, shout out to the replay gang. We should be streaming tomorrow. Hopefully it's a panel discussion. We'll play that by ear. And shout out to Chief Rocka. So I gave him at least a day so he could see it, and hopefully he he checks in. And y'all just have a great rest of y'all day. So doing our outro again. Love, peace, and chicken grease. We'll pause right here. Y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content, for the love of God. And Z out. All right, y'all.